All right. I think we are live. If you can hear me and if I sound okay, hit that number 1. Again, if you can hear me and if I sound okay, hit that number 1, please. Ed, Travis, Kyle. I always like to get 5 confirmations. Mackenzie. All right, thank you. All right, let's get this party started here. Looks good, looks good. Let's get that. All right, well, welcome everybody. It is Monday, October 20th in the year 2025. Hopefully everybody is off to, whoa, oh my goodness, I gotta remember, I totally forgot about that order. Let's get that out of there for now. Anyways, whew, it's that easy. It's that easy to leave an order out there. But anyways, good morning. Hopefully everybody is off to a good start to your day. Well, I guess technically speaking, the start of your week, given its futures, could have been yesterday evening at 6 p.m. Eastern, but you know what I mean. Hopefully everybody's off to a good start of the new week with your futures. And as always, wow, already up to 13 likes. Okay, I was going to say, as a reminder, if you've been here before and you know you're going to enjoy, hit that like button. If you are brand new and you've never been here before, then no need to hit the like button. I totally understand. You have no idea if you're going to enjoy. But yeah, if you've been here before, as many of you have told me, Clay, sometimes we just need a reminder. So here's your first reminder. Hit that like button. And we're going to have hopefully a good stream here. So how is everybody's day started, though? Green, red? Actually, for me, last night, took gold. So this is actually GC. So GC led the way today. Have not had any NQ trades. This is MGC, so the micro of gold, and then some MNQ. So, yeah, gold. I'm still dipping my toe with gold, building some confidence. Gold had some great movement last night. So, yeah, I got involved with it. Hey, sounds good, Trader Revolution. Good to see you. Good to see you. Flip day done. One more to go. One more to pro. Nice job, Travis. Gold was insane. Yeah, gold is gold still up? Yeah, up over 100. Like 130. What are we? Yeah, yeah, it really is crazy, crazy in the world of gold right now. Gold was just starting. All right, Ed. And then a lot of, I don't know, maybe a lot of Hoover's red. Hopefully controlled red there, Hoover. But yes, I just canceled out a few moments ago. I had an order down here. I was, the breakout was hoping for something like this, where it would break out, come back down, and then continue on up. So I was right that it did want to pull back and go up. Unfortunately, I was wrong about how much. I was wrong about how much it wanted to pull back, because it only pulled back to right about there before clearly going back upward. So one of those things where, yeah, from a broad statement standpoint, I was right. But I'm not making any money from it, because unfortunately trading takes more than just broad statements, broad ideas. So if this wants to pull back here, I'd be interested. But yeah, right now, to go long up here for me seems like a chase. To go short just seems like you're going against this slow and steady potential just thing that just grinds you to pieces. Hey, Bill, did you get my reply email to you? What is gold up to right now, though? Gold kind of just putzing around here. All right, cool. Did I address what you're kind of getting at? I apologize. I think I answered, but if I didn't, let me know, and I'd be happy to try to clarify more. But yeah, I think I got what you were after, but potentially I didn't. Yeah, I really like this pullback right here. So I was ready to go with 25 MNQs, but at this point, we're moving on into the part of the day where it's not necessarily my strong suit. So I need to start to factor that in. Hey, good morning, Legs at Music. Where do you start? Yeah, if you want to do the program, the mentorship, which from my understanding, that is what you did want to do, then yeah, you can get signed up for that right here, Bill. There you go. Green and gold today. Nice job, Tom. Yeah, same with me. Gold is actually what put me nicely into the green today. So happy about that. Hey, Clay, hope you had... Well, thanks, Jan. I did have a good weekend. Um, Friday had some friends over. Really good. Friday was good. Don't get me wrong. It was not good, but like when you stay up, because I'm what 41. Yeah. I'm 41. Yeah, yes, I'm 40. I think I'm 41. I was born in 1983. What does that make me? I think I'm 41. Yes. But when you're 41 and you stay up till 1 a.m., man, it takes a little while to recover. So yeah, Friday night was great. Had some friends over. Actually, one of the mods, I don't know if Jim's here, but one of the mods is a real life friend. He was over, him and his son, and then we had another family over. But we were up till 1 a.m. Now, granted, I shouldn't complain because after they left at 1 a.m., I was able to walk upstairs to go to sleep. The other two families had to drive like 30 minutes plus back home. So they had an even later night. But anyways, point being, it takes my body a little bit of time to recover from a late night. I know. For you out there that are, you're a teenager, you're like in college. I get it. Like 1 a.m. is like, what are you talking about? That's like when the night starts. I understand. I was once there. College time, as I called it. The way college time works is this. Whatever time it is, you subtract 2 hours. So at like midnight, now that's actually only 10 p.m. But yes, my body is, I don't got that in me anymore. But yes, I did have a good weekend though. So thank you, Chan. I was like, how did I end up talking about my body not recovering? Because Chan asks how the weekend went. So that's how. So I'm not like crazy. And right now, just kind of like, I'm not quite sure what you really do with this sort of action. Here's the 5-minute, just straight up. Again, do you go long right there? Right now, it seems sketchy, but 10 minutes from now, if the price is all the way up here, it'll be like, well, yeah, Clay, you should have went long right then and there. Well, yeah, I get it when you have hindsight, but right now that seems like a chase. But then to get short right here again, 10 minutes from now, if the price is all the way down here, it's gonna be like, yeah, Clay, see, I told you should have gotten short. Well, okay, fine in hindsight, but like at this exact moment, going short, I mean, you're seeing it's pushing up right now, so it's kind of one of those situations where I'm not quite sure what to do with it other than I just got to wait right now. Be a little patient, wait for some sort of pullback. Maybe you see something different and you're like, no, Clay, you should definitely be going long for XYZ reasons. Cool. Maybe you're saying, no, Clay, it's an obvious short for ABC reasons. Cool. But for me, I'm not quite sure what to do with it. So I just going to have to try to be patient here and wait. Wait to see what happens. Hey, Frank. Hey, good to see you. Upward trend line rejections. I don't know. Is there some sort of like obvious trend line? Let's see. See, I mean, that's not a clean trend line. I mean, I guess kind of, sort of, you could do that, but I don't know if I'm really convinced. So yeah, I really am not. I'm not saying you're wrong, Jocko. I'm just saying for me, I'm not necessarily seeing any, kind of clean, obvious upward trend lines. Okay, Storm. Nice job. With gold, got my funded today. Took me 15 out of 5 days. Passed my one last Friday with gold. Got my funded today. Took me 15 out of 5 days. It took me I'm not sure what you mean by took me 15 out of 5 days. Yeah, I don't know what you mean. I'm probably being dented right now. I'm not quite sure what you mean. Morning, got 2 50K evals under your code. Hey, thanks. First one I had to lose 2,500. No. That's always a good problem to have. Blew up the segment. I couldn't stop trading after. So that was this EFE pure. That was this morning, or when was that? Or is that just the journey? Is that all did that all happen today for you, or is this over like the past couple of days? Hey, good morning, Eggy. Took 15 days to pass it. Gotcha. Took your time with it. Yeah, good. This morning. Okay, well, you've had a wild ride this morning then. Good job, EFE Pure. And thank you for using code Clay. That feeds hungry kids. So you have fed some hungry children. That is a good thing. If you're not aware, code Clay feeds hungry kids. Now, also on top of that, which I do sometimes forget, I say that tongue in cheek. It's a running joke around here because I do have 6 kids. And they are hungry. So, I mean, it technically does feed hungry children. It has another 80 points before I can see resistance. I just have to wait to see. I mean, gold is interesting from a long perspective, but it's also like, really? Are you really going to go higher? Like, look at that. It's already such a bonkers day. Like, I guess why not at this point, but still, like, that's good grief. So as much as I like gold, as much as it is in an uptrend, it's almost to the point of like too much of an uptrend. Like, are you seriously gonna keep going up? It's kind of wild. Thank you, EFE. That's EFE. That's very, very kind of you. I'd hate to see your the grocery bill. It's scary. It it is. It has me worried because we only have one teenager right now. So when I don't know. I don't know like how the yeah. Let me say this: Costco is our friend. Costco buying in bulk is our friend. I'll put it that way. All right, finally a bit of a pullback. Gonna need a little bit more of a pullback here, but we're getting one. I have two boys, and it's bad. Yeah, I have one of my brother-in-laws has four sons, and that they have four kids, all are boys. And I'm just like, I don't like. I see how much my teenage daughter, 13-year-old, eats. I'm like, what is a boy? I don't even know. I don't understand. I mean, I'd like to see a little bit more of a pullback than this. Or I was just replying to an email real quick. 5 boys, 1 girl, dinner. Yeah. Oh my goodness. You have 5 boys? I mean, I do. Nathan. Sorry, Nate. Big Tick Energy had 6 kids. I know him and I. That's our big thing. I mean, it sounds like we have more in common than just 6 kids. But I don't think I realized that. If you have told me that before, I apologize. I forgot. But yeah, 6 or 5 boys. And then a girl, crazy. It's hibernation time. As in, like, winter's coming? Or is that, Greg, is that some, like, hip lingo that I'm just too old to understand? Like, I'm not old, like, I know what get some bread means. It's not like go get some, like, who's the bread company with the bunny? Is that Wonder Bread with the bunny logo? Like, I understand you're not talking about that kind of bread. I'm thinking about potentially, which sounds crazy and maybe it is crazy, a short, just because this move, I mean, like, you think at some point it's got to kind of roll back over, but I'm going to need some pretty solid confirmation. Could you please show the 1-hour chart? My chart is inaccessible. Well, I mean, if your chart's inaccessible, then you're probably not trading for the day, EL. I would hope you're not trading for the day if you have a chart that's inaccessible. So does a 1-hour chart actually matter is kind of what I'm getting at. If it does matter, then that would seem to suggest you are trading. And if you're trading when you're having platform issues, I'm not sure that's the smartest thing to do. Okay, yeah. So again, this is kind of a theme right now. Earlier, the general idea. You heard me call it out. Broadly speaking, yeah, I think this might be a good short, but and it did. It came down, but again, trading is not broad statements. I never quite. It didn't really give me anything to work with. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's really a take profit trader thing. Maybe Tradeovate The company just doesn't use AWS. But yes, anybody that's attached with AWS is having some issues, I guess, this morning. I'm not old. Well, good. I'm glad you don't think I'm old. I just think of it, I'm not spending during the winter. Then this. Oh, gotcha, Greg. Never mind. Yeah, a little slow on that one, Mark. Never mind. Morning Clay, 1216 net so far. Good job, Orville, as always. Yeah, yep, there's an AWS outage. There were preset orders at my prop firm. Haven't confirmed the flat orders. Uh-oh. Well, wherever you put your orders, I mean, you don't really need the 1 hour time frame to know that right now the price is right here. These are the current prices. So I don't know where you put those orders, but that is the current price. Can anyone tell me if they fact commissions for the eval test? If they factor in commissions? Yeah, Matt. Yeah. Commissions are always going to be factored in. I'm not sure what you necessarily mean by like. But yes, commissions. Yeah, there are commissions, Matt. There's a trend line on the 1 hour from last Monday and today. We might have broken with weakness. I was hoping for a little bit more of a pullback, but so if this pops back up here and then starts to act weak again, that'll be a sign where I'm willing to probably take a swing at it from the short side. Like I said, step one in that process will be the price needing to get up to that area right there. Bro, where are you trading at? DGen Knight, Matt. My friend, you're not new around here. You surely you know the answer to that, brother. I am trading with Take Profit Trader as the prop firm, and then through Take Profit Trader, I'm going through Tradeovate. Again, layer number one, I'm in a prop firm. That prop firm, Take Profit Trader. Layer number two, through that prop firm, I'm using Tradeovate. Aren't they down? I don't think. I mean, I don't say this to be cocky, but like I don't think so. I mean, I'm looking at them. They seem to be working. I guess yeah, I can put in orders. I can. Yeah, they're work. Who are you using, DGen? Who trades on Robinhood? Like, do the commissions get taken away as you place orders or after? You have to. I mean, you have to make the trade. As soon as you enter into a trade, then the commissions will be effect because you just paid commissions to enter the trade, and then assuming you sell to exit the trade, you're also gonna pay commissions to exit the trade. Well, you know what, DGen? All I can really say is that's why, yeah, you know, it is what it is. I thought you were with Take Profit Trader, DGen. What's going on with you? Come on, man. Yeah. Again, real quickly. This is my thoughts on things right here. Take Profit Trader, no matter what category you're in, they're the king of the mountain, okay? But other than that, and then also if you just want to support the live stream and you're using somebody else, if you're in the experience category, yeah. But if you're in the experience category and you've never used Take Profit Trader, they're certainly worth a try. I believe they are by far the best payment policy, clean set of rules. So, yeah, there we go. That is my thoughts on the matter there. Given we're having some issues with some prop firms, maybe it makes sense to kind of point out those things. But there we go. That is where I stand. And then for the people that maybe use others that have asked, I like the live stream. Do you have a code with XYZ so I can use it, so I can help support the live stream? Now you know. If you are a user of one of those other ones and you want to support the live stream, there you go. Yeah, like Slow Mara says, use any of them. Just make, well, Take Profit Trader, I argue, needs to be part of your. Now, if you're a beginner, just start with Take Profit Trader. But eventually, as a prop firm trader, you'll become experienced. And if you want to expand your empire outside of Take Profit Trader, then use those other ones. If you have not yet, if you are an empire builder and you have not yet included Take Profit Trader in your empire building, I would also argue they need to be part of your empire building, as I've yet to meet a single experienced prop firm trader that gets to the pro account with Take Profit Trader and then complains about daily payouts that are fast. I've yet to meet one. I really don't like having daily payouts that are fast. I've yet to meet a trader that complains about that that aspect of things. All right, we're getting, again, these pullbacks are just not quite enough, but okay, Jack, I'm deleting your comment because it's got a logical fallacy attached to it. You just pulled a false dilemma. It doesn't need to be either or, Jack. Boom. It could be both. And the only people that complain about what you just complained about are the people that are constantly going for home run trades. They're not happy unless they have some sort of grand slam. They have zero ability to just kind of, take quick gains. They got to see massive numbers or they're not happy. Because what you complain about is not a big deal under the assumption you're willing to just take base hits. It is a problem, though. I fully agree. If you're going for grand slams and triples and home runs, yes, that can be a problem. As a reminder, if you're enjoying, hit that like button. Let's try to get up to 50 likes here. Hey, good morning. Show me the money. So thinking about a potential trade here. Hey, good morning, Brad. I don't really love it, so I should reduce my size here a little bit because I do not necessarily love this. Let's give it a try, though. I got one. Okay. Well, it gave me, I wanted 3, it gave me 1. So if it pulls back, I guess I can add into it a little bit more. So maybe that's a good thing that I only got. There we go. I'll try another one there. Again, I wanted 3 to begin with, so now I still only have 2. Just signed up this morning using code Clay. Awesome, Troy. Appreciate it. What account did you go with? $50K, nice. Make the push up there. All right, took one out just because I've lost faith of it. I'll put my stop right here. So this thing's either going to go or it's not, and it'll be a minor losing trade. But yeah, this is kind of putzing around too much. So I've taken one off, small green, but mainly just a reduced position size because I've lost confidence. But to be fair, maybe it was wrong of me to lose confidence. So I hope I'm wrong, because if I'm wrong and this thing explodes, well, guess what? I'm still in the game. But like I said, I'm not very confident in the situation, but I could be wrong, so we'll see. Clay, do you take profit out every day? Well, Pat, I mean, what do you think? Do you think let me put it this way. Do you think think about what you've asked. Do you think any trader takes profit out every day? Think about that word, every. Fuzzy Dice, good. RR. Yeah, I mean, we'll give it a chance here. Like I said, I've kind of lost confidence in it. It's kind of putzing around, but I could be wrong. And that's why, I mean, no ego for me. So that's why I left one in. Because if I'm, I would love to be wrong. Because if I'm wrong, that means I'm making money. But I'm not quite sure. Neil, morning Clay was in a pro. Oh, nice. Hey, okay. Well, oh, that's brutal. Oh, yikes. Woo, boy, I probably, oh boy. What a nasty fake break. I'm probably going to stop out here. Again, it'll be a small little loser, but wow, that is a oh boy. Oh boy. Think about the longs that bought that breakout. Oh man, that is some nasty action there. Wow, that makes me very, very nervous actually. If it's going to turn into some sort of daylight, that is. Woo. I mean, think about it. A long is not stupid to buy the. I mean, I get it. I can see why a long would buy that breakout. A very well defined. You know, you kind of have this bull pennant, well defined resistance. It broke, it spiked, and man, that fast turned around. Yikes! If any of you here bought that long, I mean, don't be hard. You didn't do anything wrong in the sense of. Well, I mean, what was it a bad entry point? Did that? No, I can see why you would buy there. So that's one of these instances where you don't need to like throw in a new rule. Like there's no, okay, well, okay, what did I do wrong? I need to put in a new rule. No, I would disagree with that. I would just say that is just a nasty, nasty movement there. Sometimes supply and demand can be a nasty bugger, and that is a, wow. Did anybody buy that long? Be careful. You're probably on tilt watch right now, so be careful. Don't lie to yourself. If you need to throw yourself in the penalty box for the next 20 minutes or go for a walk, go for it. Yep, I got suckered in, got stopped up. Yeah, Ty. So I would not say that Ty needs to throw in some sort of, like he does not need to go back in hindsight and find what he did wrong and add in a new rule. That was just nasty action. I was in short at 320. You were in short before it spiked up? Evil? Is that what you're saying? You were in short before it spiked up, or are you saying you caught it short on the way back down? Bought the breakout short. Okay, so I'm going to give you some constructive feedback. Like, where was your stop? How did that movement, like, to me, that's the fact that you survived that from the short side is a little scary. Because, like, what happens if that was actually a genuine breakout, Evil? Would you have just gotten steamrolled, or, like, where exactly was your stop? All right. Might be interested in a trade now down here. It's pulled back. What is up with that? All right. I'm going to try a buy at the green line if it wants to come back up. But if it keeps dropping down, then that's... Okay, yeah, never mind. My risk profile just is getting too big on that. I suppose I could reduce position size. Nope, never mind it. Okay, well. I had a 10-point stop. Okay. So if you're in at 20 and 30, okay, 10 points. Okay, all right. Okay, I'm going to try a buy right here. I'm reducing position size on it since I wanted to do 5, but at this point, you know what? Let's do this. My original entry was done. All right, so let's get this mapped out. And let's see if the price gets down to that yellow line. I'm not going to blindly buy, but I will use it as an area to kind of look for some confirmation. Buying pressure was slowing down. Stop loss was at 20. All right, well, Ray, next time give us some stuff ahead of time, brother. I might lock in the... All right. Well, good trade, but next time, if you don't mind giving us some numbers ahead of time, that's always a great way for everybody to kind of see what you're seeing, and it's very helpful. Man. That is, yeah. That is the thing that the tilt producing dreams are made of. Or nightmares, I should probably say. Again, that yellow line for me is an interesting area for a potential long. With that said, I'm not just going to throw an order out to buy. I'd want to see and wait for some sort of confirmation to try to figure out if that level wants to actually be strong or not. Looking at long at 260. Where's 260? Okay, you're waiting for a bit of more pullback. Fair enough. If this level doesn't really give me any sort of confirmation, next level I'd be curious in is down there right around 250. Long 300, stop loss 270. I like it. Oh, are you in, Kyle? I think Kyle might be in. I love it, Kyle. Giving us that trade plan ahead of time. That's what courage looks like right there, folks. If you give a trade plan ahead of time, those three numbers, you have nothing but respect in this community. Even if you're wrong. Hey, everybody's wrong from time to time. But yeah, it takes courage to give a trade plan like Kyle just did. All right, I'm long. He gave us a stop. Wait, I think he got 310. I think you're good. Did it hit 310? Yes, it did. Nice job. You got your 310. There you go. And now we can sit here and tell Kyle, hey man, good job. He called everything out ahead of time. Now what's kind of annoying is if Kyle just typed in, yeah, everybody, I got long at 300 and I got it at 310. It's like, okay, maybe you did, but it's way better when you call it in real time. Or even better, you call it ahead of time. So yeah, Kyle, well done. Now, are you all out, or are you letting some, are you trailing? What, get off, stop. This trade, yeah, I don't know. Are you all out, or you still got some that are you scaling out? Because right now, brother, you left some on the table. Only did one. Gotcha. One NQ or MN? I don't think you said, did you? Yeah, you did not say. Did you one MNQ or one NQ? Either way, great trade. MNQ. Went long off. Gold is a gift that keeps. Did it seriously go higher? Are you serious? Whoa. Okay, so I don't know, what was that, about 20 minutes ago? I was talking about like, okay. Yeah, I mean, that it's hard to just be bullish bias because like it can't really go higher, can it? Like it's so high today. Can it really go higher? Gold's like, yeah. Hold my beer. Hold my beer. Let's go. Buckle up. Wow. That is crazy. Greg, short. See, Greg, what are you doing, man? You know better than that. You know that means nothing around here. That's fine. You want to short, but like, give us a detailed plan. You're just not short. How are you going to short? No, it's not funny, dude. Like, what are you doing? Come on, brother. Well, I understand all that. Like the macro, I get that, Matt. What I'm just saying is like from a daily standpoint, like this is just bonkers. Like that's crazy. And I think that it went up even higher after I just said all that, makes it even more bonkers. But when you get on the right side, it is really good. Yeah, which means if you're on the wrong side, John B, it's really bad, right? I think the counterfactual holds up there pretty good too. Well, my trade plan is kind of cooked now. This might actually be the breakout. Yeah. Ooh, is this another short up round? Last time I got fake break. Let's see. I might go for a short here. Like I said, last time I was up here, pullback. Right there, pullback. It's up here again. Will history repeat itself again? So pullback, pullback. That's kind of the wonder right now, or is this going to be a breakout? I'm going to try to look for some sort of signal that maybe it does once again want to be weak. Oh yeah, sometimes I get stopped out trading it. I bet, John B, sometimes you get your accounts blown up too, right? Am I right there, John B? Is that sometimes not only do you get stopped out, you get your accounts blown up? Come on, Greg, what's your trade plan? We're waiting. We're waiting, brother. You're the expert. Tell us how you're going to, instead of just saying short, what's your overall trade plan? Where are you getting short, and where's your stop loss at? And where's your target? Come on, Greg, we're waiting. I'm sitting on pins and needles over here. You just said short. Is anyone having trouble with Robinhood? I think a lot of people. Because AWS is down. Yeah, right here. Outage hits major websites. Disruption creates outages for hundreds of websites. So it's been going on for, okay, I didn't realize it's been going on for quite a while. Hours at this point. Ooh, what does it reveal about the internet? But yeah, that's why you're experiencing problems. Well, Greg, next time you got to tell us that ahead of time, man. Come on. I mentioned this. So, I mean, what are your theories on this? Like, I'm always curious. So, maybe it's all AI. I have no idea. But, like, let's just assume that it is still humans and, like, the software engineers and all that sort of stuff. Like, what does that look like? Is it them just screaming at one another? Is it supervisors? You little scumbag, Dent, what are you doing? Or is it just, like, a bunch of, like, people just cool and calm and collected and trying to problem solve? Like, I wonder what that looks like. I don't know. Do we have anybody here that's been in one of those situations? I realize that's a dangerous question because this is the internet and somebody could just make stuff up. But, like, that's always something I've wondered about. Like, in these moments where you are literally affecting, like, the world. Like, not, Billy Bob's basement website. You're, like, affecting worldwide industries. Like, what is going on? The guys doing the code are cool, calm, and collected. The Amazon leaders are freaking out. Yeah. I don't know, but, like, again, I don't understand code. Like, is it possible that it's, like, somebody's code? Like, could somebody point and be like, it's Bob's fault. That's Bob's code. Or is that not how coding works? It's mostly, interesting word, cool, calm, and collected. At the SRE level, it's just not delays, the fixes. They are all stressed, though. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. Like, if it is, like, if coding works in a way where it is, like, Bob's code, could you imagine being Bob? Like, well, Bob's probably, like, holding, he's probably hitting up LinkedIn right now. Right here. Big pullback here on gold. Maybe I'm interested in a long down. I want to see how the price acts down here. So maybe interested in a long here on gold on the pullback. In my world, when we have an outage, it seems our engineers are calm, but our sales and ops and leaders are losing their minds. Yeah, because they're the ones that got to deal with the customers. It's most likely not a code issue. My guess is it's an infrastructure outage. Okay, so then, in other words, Mark, it's not actually somebody's problem. Like, let's say it's an infrastructure outage. Okay, fine. At the infrastructure place, at the power plant, for example, like, could it be like Bob's problem at the infrastructure plant, like at the power plant? I have affected industries, cut a fiber cable. Please come when you do. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. All right, well, I don't know. MNQ is looking. And it did get through there. Like I said, I was looking for some bit of confirmation, but I'm also trying to watch gold here. I was hoping it'd come down here and like give me some sort of hammer or something like that. Yeah, exactly. If it is Bob's fault, I would not want to be Bob if it's a single person. Either a hack or something else. Yeah, especially when we look at those new news releases, it's been going on for hours now. So that's kind of intense. All right, here we go. Now my attitude has changed a little bit because this is bounced and then got smacked back down. So now I'm definitely not gonna just buy right there because this is coming off a situation where there's like a new rejection, right? That upper shadow represents the price was coming up and now it just got shoved back down. So now I'm a little leery to just want to buy right here because we're in like a new rejection period of time. 5 minute on the MNQ though is looking. Let me put it this way. If you're thinking short here based off the 5 minute, I'm not calling you crazy in the least with how the chart looks right now. But to be fair, that candle still has a couple minutes to go before it's done moving. So that candle may not necessarily remain that way. Okay, here we go. If this wants to come back down here, I'm open. But again, I don't want to see it come up and then come down. I want to see it come down right now. Exactly, Hoover. That's what I'm thinking. But like I said, there's still time. So all I know is that there are some people out there having really bad days right now, and they work for AWS or they work for the infrastructure of AWS. All I know is somebody out there is having a really stressful day right now. That's all I'm saying. Probably multiple people. See, now it's that now if this comes back down here, I'm no longer interested in buying because that would imply that this movement here that we're looking at has been completely rejected. Let's keep an eye on MNQ. Yeah, I'm not. In fact, do we have a bit of a... I don't know. I don't know. Do you connect those two or that one for the rising wedge? I'm going to go with that one. I don't know if we quite have a rising wedge yet or not, but we'll keep that trend line out there out of curiosity's sake. Is Amazon stock down because of outages? I don't know. Is it? No. No. Not at least not now. Doesn't Homer? That's true. Homer, yeah, it probably is Homer Simpson's fault who works at the power plant. Now, you got to think that the prop firms, I should probably really be hammering this home from a sales perspective. I should really be like, man, if your prop firm's down because they're on AWS, they're a bunch of scumbags. Come on over and use code Clay at Take Profit Trader. But, I mean, we also have to be fair. Like, it's not their fault. It's not their fault. It doesn't, if your prop firm is down today, it's not their fault. They're not scumbags. I mean, now that they could be, I'm not saying that, like, I'm just saying in this exact regard, to be fair, it's not their fault. Thank you, Bill. Imagine if you're trading with real money and you're stuck in a trade and you can. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Yes, that is true. That is a great argument for prop firms once again. That's a scary thought. The people that were out there using their real money and then they get stuck. Yikes. It was, Mark. Mark in the chat coming off straight up 5 a.m. Eastern Time weightlifting session. That's a whole nother level of savage. If you're lifting weights heavy at 5 a.m., savage. Mark ain't messing around. Day one of his new routine. All right, let's hop back over to gold. Kind of leveled out here a little bit. 5 minute now, showing some indecision up around here. So yeah, and a whole lot of volume up around this area. So the volume profile, if you envision this as a mountain, you can see the peak of the mountain is essentially right there, which does make sense when you kind of extend it out. I mean, just this big old battle, back and forth, back and forth. So trying to kind of figure out who might want to win this battle. And, you know, this candle right here is suggesting, yeah, it's a heavyweight title fight right now. I used to work out at 3 a.m. when I went Planet Fitness. That is nuts. Like, did you wake up or were you awake until then? Because for me, when you wake up and then you just, it's like a whole other mindset. So like I said, if you work out that early, you are a savage. And I mean that in a very, very complimentary type of way. Morning workouts are so brutal. Drink your protein and amino. Yeah. Mark's over there right now. He's got a chicken breast in one hand and a piece of broccoli in another. And then he's got creatine right in front of him. No water needed. He doesn't drink creatine. He doesn't make a creatine shake. I don't know. He might snort creatine. I have no idea. The man's a savage. He might be there right now snorting creatine. Oh yeah, that's it. He's dipping his broccoli into the creatine. That's it. I just snorted my like the coffee beans. Frank, all right, he's like, best way to get caffeine in your system, snort the coffee, or hopefully you grind them up first. Like, I don't know if you could snort coffee beans. I guess you could, but that seems like it could cause some like cloggage in in nostril passages. So hopefully, Frank, you're at least grinding it up first. I wonder like what the algorithm thinks. Like, are we being blacklisted now because we're talking about, like, can it make the differentiation that we're not, like, we're joking, we're not talking about, like, snorting certain stuff, but, like, just, I don't know. Sometimes I wonder, is it bad for, like, from a strictly business, grow the live stream perspective, is it bad to talk about this random stuff? Or does, like, the algorithm and stuff understand that it's just goofy, like, we're just shooting the breeze? I don't know. If today was not already up this much, I'd be all for kind of looking for a long. But man, it's already up a whole lot today and it barely pulled back. I mean, this pullback was decent, but still, from an overall standpoint, touch up buy for sure. Okay. Well, where are you at? Touch up. Where did you buy at and where's your stop loss at? That's cool that you think it's a buy for sure, but let's try to make this a little bit more visual. Hey, as a reminder, hit that like button if you have not yet. The sooner we can get up to 100 likes, the better. We're at 71. So yeah, if you are enjoying and have not yet hit that like button and you want to help support things, hitting the like button goes a long way. 320 buy. Okay, and where's your stop at, touch up trader? Greg is still sitting on his hands. Angelo, good morning. Touch up trader, you got me nervous, man. I'm always nervous when people give me an entry, but no stop loss. Stop is at 3-4. No, that's a typo. You said it's a buy for sure, and then you just gave me a stop loss. That would imply that you are short right now. Now I'm extra nervous for you, touch-up trader. I'm extra nervous for you. Is there a descending triangle on the... Hey, Neil. Thank you. That's very kind of Neil. That should also give him the number 1. He should probably have the king. Hey, how come I can't like that? Well, usually I can... It gives me an option to like one of those things. But thank you, Neil. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, touch-up trader. Where's your stop at, brother? Did you just get in there, Mark? Did it hit you? I can't tell. Did you get filled there, Mark? I think you bottom ticked it. Did you get filled? Nice. Wow. You got to like the bottom tick. 23.05. Okay. Good job, Mark. Well, for now, it's not up to... He's looking for 328, so he's looking for it to revisit the highs of the resistance right here. Check out gold real quick. Again, thanks to all of you that are helping others out by answering questions. I'm doing my best, but sometimes things slip through the cracks. So that's why I say we have the best community live streaming. We have people that are getting to know one another, are willing to help each other out, answering questions. That's just, and people are, and nobody, none of these mods are, or really nobody here is being paid to be here. So literally, quite literally, people are helping each other out just to be nice. Just to be nice. That's always a great thing. I think that says a lot about each individual and the individuals that are sticking around. That will change. Just a matter of when and which way. Yes, John. Yep. You have summarized trading very nicely. It is just a matter of when and which way. Well said. That is trading at the core. We have the best scum. Exactly. We have the best scumbags in the industry. We really do. 15-minute looks terrible for long. So does that mean you're short then, Greg? In my mind, if something looks terrible for a long, it would probably look great for a short. So are you short, Greg? Okay, I am long. Put my first target right there. So yeah, let's see if we can get a bounce up. A bounce up here. I suppose I should put another one out just because, in case there's some sort of spike. Come on, hit me. Thank you. Thank you. Come again. Let's get my stop in green territory now. There we go. So this will be a green trade now. Just a question of how big of a green. Let's move this one up here. Let's play ball. Let's play ball a little bit here. Now, if this comes all the way down here, that's going to be a nasty candle, and I'll want out anyways. But yeah, if this thing wants to start to curl back up, go back up. Go back up. Get away from my stop. Again, it'll... All right, well, was a green trade. Had myself positioned to make more, but that's just a garbage follow-through. Again, I got enough follow-through to hit my first target and all that, but... Tiered it, made 45. Good job, Mark. That's just disappointing. Disappointing. Maybe, I don't know, that has me thinking maybe I should just try the scalpy scalps. If that's how things are going to go, where you get a little bit of a movement and then it just is going to go right back down. I don't know, maybe I should turn this into more of a scalpy scalp day. I'm not committing to that quite yet, but I could see myself just saying, let's just turn this into a scalpy scalp kind of day. To be fair, had I left my stop down here, this move here still would have not taken me out. So maybe this recovers and keeps on going. And then, like I said, to be accurate in hindsight, you could be saying, Clay, you should have just left your stop down here, given it more wiggle room. But like I said, at that point, it was either I wanted that momentum to continue or it was going to come back down. And, you know, I just didn't feel like sitting around in a choppy mess. Mark's looking for the same again. Gotcha. Long at 312. I mean, like I said earlier, volume profile, if you envision it as a mountain, look at where the mountain peak is right around this area. So yes, right here, I mean, there's just a massive battle going on. Lots and lots of volume has exchanged hands. I'm not used to this trade of 8. I can, Troy, but I think also watch this. This should help you out quite a bit too. So that'll show you everything in terms of setting it up and all that good stuff, and including how to do orders. But like orders, it's not hard. Just click right there, and then it'll just ask you. So if I wanted to, let me come down here just in case. So if I wanted to buy right there, and then I want my stop right there, boom, boom. And then if you can either X to cancel them out, or you can just come up here, hit that button, and that'll cancel both out. But yeah, just click on the chart. Just set a stop. That is, you're asking about a stop. You can just use the buttons too, but none of these are you know, stops. But again, if you want to buy here, buy, and then if you want to set your stop, click again, and you can see it right there. Sell to stop. Ba-boom. And then, like I said, click that button, or you can just do it individually too. You're welcome, Troy. Oh yeah, good job, Mark. Yeah. So Mark is just milking. 312 is his little cash cow, and Mark's just sitting there going like this. At 312. I can envision him right now. He's probably mooing too. As he's trading, he's just going moo. Mark is a real life friend, by the way. That's how I can make such claims. I've met him many times in real life. He's totally right now dipping a chicken breast into creatine powder, going moo as he trades. No, are you serious? Anthony, you're joking. Is Trump seriously about to start talking? Can we just get a day where we don't have that so we can just trade and not have to worry about massive spikes? Cheese on mine. No, you can't put cheese on it. Trump is speaking. Can we get confirmation? Sean, maybe a 60-point pullback. Where would that put us? We're at here 10, so 60 would be what? If my math's right, 50. So what's down at 50? Oh, okay, yeah. Probably, I'm guessing you're thinking that former breakout. Yeah, perhaps, Sean. Perhaps. If Trump talks, I'm out. He is, yep. Thank you, Anthony. I appreciate the heads up. Well, yeah, what's he talking about? Or maybe the question is, what isn't he talking about? I'm just going to ask just to see if we can make it happen, but the live stream is going to be an hour and 45 seconds. So can we get this up to 100 likes? Do we have 9 likes out there in the next 30 seconds? Can we go on a momentum breakout to get us up to 100 likes? Let's see, just out of curiosity. We got now officially 30 seconds before this is at the 1 hour mark. Booyah, look at that. Look at that, momentum. We got a short squeeze in the likes all of a sudden. Although it did stop literally right at 100. So I guess you guys took me to the, whoa, 109, short squeeze. The shorts are getting squeezed in the chat with the likes. The shorts are getting squeezed. I heard it's going to be China tariff stuff. Okay, if that is true, then I'm definitely not touching things. Crude oil is dropping, is it? Do you trade cruel, Troy? AWS disrupted today. Yep. Australian PM is there with him too. Oh, good day, mate. Let's put another shrimp on the bob, eh? Oh, 160. Oh, yeah. The shorts are getting squeezed for sure. We have a full-blown short squeeze with the likes right now. The trolls are like, no, no, no. Ah. I am still interested in this yellow line down here for a long. It's just been, no pun intended, it's been a long time since I drew it. Yeah, Robinhood is out, Robinhood's out because of the AWS thing. Webull is. This morning I was wondering, like, I type in a ticker symbol. AWS. No, I type in a ticker symbol and then it would like take forever to load, but now it makes sense. So it's weird. AWS doesn't necessarily mean things are out. Yeah, exactly. Webull, but some things are lagging too. I don't know. Is this a long here again? I don't know. Amazon is down, like Amazon site. Yeah, wow. No, my Amazon just pulled up. No, that's definitely nope. Nope. Let me be fair. Let's see if I can click on something here. Maybe the site. No, my Amazon's definitely working. That's why I've learned in the chat, you always got to get a little bit of verification. And basically, any claim made in the chat needs to have multiple points of verification. The amount of times where, again, I'm not saying anybody does anything maliciously. I'm just saying, like, people are mistaken more times than they're not, it seems. Your Amazon failed? Well, you also did not claim, Mark, that Amazon is down around the globe. Correct, yes. You did not make that claim. Hoover, oh, I guess technically he did not either. He said Amazon is down across the globe. But I assume he meant globe, not because I don't know what a globe is. I'm talking to a worker. Okay, well, I mean, if the worker told you that Amazon is down around the world, at least here in Iowa, it is not, or at least where I'm at in Iowa, in my computer, it is not down. I'm short 310 entry. Uh-oh. So where's your stop at, brother? Because you're like 20 points underwater right now. Rumo, where's your stop at? Oh, unless you're saying you want it to come back down. Maybe that's what he's saying. That's the Linux epoch. I have no idea what that is. I don't know if you're trolling or not. I might just start to say that, though. Clay, what's your strategy? The Linux epoch. I'm in New Jersey and Amazon at least loads for me. I don't know what would happen if I tried to order, but it opens and lets me add to cart. All right, we are actually up at the upward trend line all of a sudden, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm interested. I'm intrigued at the trend line up around here from potentially a short, but I don't know. And I'm worried about Rumo. I hope that Rumo just meant that they mean they're going to get short if it comes back down. Hopefully they don't mean that they got short at 310. If they are, hopefully, brother, you got a stop loss and you've honored it. If not, hopefully you're in a prop account. And if that's the case, hopefully you decide to use code Clay in the reset because you're getting very close to being destroyed. Hoping that Amazon stays down for a good week. It'll save a ton my wife can't hit. Yeah. Can you imagine, though, like what is the number? How much revenue does Amazon do? I don't know. Every minute. And then you extrapolate that out where if it's down even just like 10 minutes, it's like, man, that's so much money. It's ridiculous. Trading the S&P 500 now and studying its movements. What do you mean you're trading you're trading SPY options or something? Surely that can't, I recognize that name. There's no way that that's what that means. There's no way that somebody's going against Pam's plant like that. Alfredo, Amazon Web Services is having technical difficulty and are affecting many companies. Yeah, thank you, Alfredo. Yep. Finally hit at 340. Whoa. All right. What did Trump say? Like I said, Trump is talking right now, so it's kind of squirrely to be trading right now anyways, but trading the micro S&P and studying the chart. Okay. Gotcha. All right. I don't want to say I was, whoa. Okay. Okay, Trump. Okay. This is what I mean, folks. You want to step in Trump's kitchen, you better be ready to have some cayenne pepper thrown in your eyeballs, okay? That's just what happened to the longs. Cayenne pepper into the eyeballs. If you were not disciplined, you roasted. That was a 40-point drop just like that. No soup for you. Well, you got soup. You just got spicy soup dumped in your eyeballs. Now, if you're a short right, look at that trend line. Whoa, hey, Trump is talking. Again, I'm not going to step into Trump's kitchen right now. That boy is cooking. Trump is cooking, and he's cooking up. Well, I guess he just cooked up the longs there. For all we know, he might be getting ready to cook up the shorts. Because if you were a short and you chase that, now he's cooking you up. I'm just going to step out of the kitchen. This is Trump's kitchen. We're just living in it as traders. Well, if you choose to trade while he's talking, you're choosing to be in his kitchen. But I'm not going to do it. This is Trump's kitchen. There is no crock pot meals in Trump's kitchen. This boy is using, I wish I knew kitchen terms better, like the flash frying, like instant stuff. There are no crock pots in Trump's kitchen. Here comes the 60-point drop. Brother, it already happened. From maybe not quite 60. Okay, fine. Like 45. Like I said, if you want to experience Trump's kitchen, all I say is I would probably say do it with the prop account. No, touch-up trader. Does anybody know did he say something at that moment? If so, what did he say? For any of you that are listening to the interview. Whew. That cooked. That cooked some longs right there, boy. He said great golf courses, and then that's when it dropped. For some reason, I'm not quite sure if that's how things matched up or not. Said would do a fair deal with China. Trump on China trade, potential 150% tariffs coming over unless we make a deal. Gotcha. Meeting with China in South Korea. Gotcha. Okay. So that would make sense. He's talking economics and tariffs. So I'm just, yes, I got to just sit this one out for now. I don't want to step into Trump's kitchen. Still in at 323, but that drop was nasty. Stop at 288. All right, so you're risking a good 40 points. Well, good. I'm glad you survived it so far. Trump is having a bilateral lunch with the Prime Minister of Australia. Tariff and trade talk. So are you like short right now, Sean? Like, I understand you've kind of called for this 60-point pullback, but like, how are you taking advantage of it? Are you already short? If so, where are you short, and where's your you're not short? Why are you not short, man? If you think 60 points is coming, why not get short? Got a good trade for today. Join in. Good job, touch-up trader. Looking for a pullback to 260. Well, that's kind of what I mean, though. Like, if you think it's going to pull back to 260, why not just get short right now? I had a 7,000 trade this morning across 2 accounts, after which I realized I was on my emails, not my funded. Yeah, I had an incident like that last week that put me into the world of tilt, where I thought I just passed an account and then I didn't, because I was on my I was on a separate account, or I'm sorry, no, I was on the wrong contracts, and then things did not go pretty from there because I'm more bullish, I guess. Okay. Well, so far that purple line is holding strong. That purple line being the 50-period simple moving average. I'm tempted for a short right around here because we have this. But again, this is Trump's kitchen right now. When Trump is talking, he's cooking. I don't know if I want to take risk being the one that gets cooked. That's always the fear. He's talking about tariffs again? Okay. I mean, all it takes is one thing, and this thing could just be straight to the moon. There's Jimbo. Look at Jimbo. Jimbo's my boy. Do you prefer EMA or SMA? I do both. I have both. So right here we have the 50-period SMA. Here we have the 21 EMA. Or straight in the toilet. Yeah. That's true too. He's cooking, man. Just let the man cook. He already cooked up some longs right here. Some longs right there cooked. Because you know, somewhere in the world, there are some longs that maybe got a little too aggressive, had too big a position size, and that one right there cooked them. How are we doing with likes? We're doing actually really good with the likes right now. We had a short squeeze with the like button, and yeah, they exploded. Hey, good morning, Ace. Things are going pretty good. I avoided getting cooked up, so that's good. Now, the 5-minute looks delicious. I mean, look at these lower shadows. Lower shadows representing buyers. So if you're getting bullish buys, I don't blame you. Just the one variable out there right now is the fact that Trump is speaking. So, I mean, as nice as it looks right now, all he needs to say is one thing, and it could look way differently. Trump is speaking. That's why market moving. Yep. You're right, GD. He is speaking. Our astute mod Anthony announced it right away. So he's what was that, about 10 minutes now? Anthony was like, "Hey, Trump's speaking." So our mods here are on the ball. Like if Trump even sneezes, if Trump even farts, our mods are like, "Trump just farted." That's how good our mods are here. That's how good. Best mods in the business. Yeah, that's right, Kyle. They sniff it out for sure. Only for people like you, Mikey. Only for people like you. Well, actually, for Mikey, we need about 17 confirmations because Mikey's cray-cray. No, I've never questioned you, Anthony. Never once. Even on your first post, like when I didn't even know who you were, I've never questioned you, Anthony. That's not true. So we are stuck, not stuck, but we're kind of just fluctuating right here at this area where there's been a lot of volume switching back and forth. If it comes down here and comes back up, you know, I would love to try to get long. I'm just scared because Trump, because again, if it comes down here and especially now hits that green line, which is the 21 EMA, and starts to bounce back up, I mean, that could be an interesting long. Just throw the stop down below these lows. But once again, when Trump is speaking, that can take a chart setup it can take an A+ chart setup and turn it into a way less desirable chart setup just like that. You take in buy position. I have not taken any buy positions. I am too scared to trade right now because Trump is talking. And we just saw this movement here where it dropped like 45 points in minutes. He said he doesn't think Ukraine will win the war. Proceeds to say anything can happen. Nayers know when Nayers are talking. Crypto account that shorted before everything fell has a long position on EH and BTC yesterday. We mooning. So so ETH is mooning right now? Oh yeah, here's the AWS outage right here. Yeah, quite the delay. All right. Sean is coming in hot. All right. All right. So no one essentially trading today. Definitely with certain prop firms, yeah. Or let me put it this way: other prop firms are getting a surge in business because I mean, a lot of traders are degens, and like as we discussed on Friday, like some, they're not crackheads, but they're futures heads, and they are addicted. And for the thought of them not being able to trade when they're like, hey, over here, you can get your fix. So I think the same amount of people are, well, maybe not the same amount, but I don't think it's that bad because I think a lot of the degens, even if you're not a degen, you're just like you just love the game. You love futures. You love trading. They're probably moving to the prop firms that are working. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You got some of that. You got some of those futures. Exactly. If I was good with memes or good with like. Yeah, I guess that's a meme. I whipped that up real quick. Can you do that, Mark, if you got time? You know what? Yeah. Can you do that? Like you got some of those futures? Yeah, you got some of those futures. If you have time, of course. I know you're a busy man, but I'll throw that up on the live stream to explain kind of how it can be at times. Yeah, if you can't, that's totally cool too, but This is an interesting long. You know, I can go with one. One's not going to hurt me. Okay, I'm in one, looking for this thing to get a pop-up. But it could, if it dumps, I'm at one MNQ. So if it goes up, I'll be very upset that I only did one. There we go. Doggone it, why did I only do one? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Go back up, brother. Now, if I had multiple, I would have already scaled out some. But that's a problem with just one, right? I'm kind of holding longer than I probably should. Like I said, if I just had multiple, I'd be already having take some. I want to see if it can clear this area. See this area right here? A lot of volume. And it has gotten through there, and the volume drops off. So it seems like this could be a nice breakout area here. But right now, it has not played out that way. But so trying to be patient. Again, it's entering into this kind of drop off in volume, which means it could find some room to run here because theoretically there's not as much volume that could knock it down. But as of now, it hasn't quite played out that way. But like I said, I'm trying to. Come on, Trump. Say, I don't believe in tariffs. Say that, Trump. I don't believe in tariffs anymore. And watch this thing go up 1,000 points in the blink of an eye. So I have a question. Last Friday I made 10K profit and now of process moving to pro. Do you have an idea how long it will take? I do not. No. Did you get any emails or anything yet? Or can you still trade your pro account? I guess that would be step one. Come on, let's get some movement here. But congrats on your gain. That's great. Wow, Clay trading futures now. Mike, I don't know who you are, brother, but man, are you aware that, well, that's not the, it's like the Dumb and Dumber thing where he walks up. All right, I'm out. I don't like that at all. But Dumb and Dumber, he's like, no way. And then he walks out, we landed on the moon. That's kind of like this situation, Mike. But yes, I've been trading futures now almost a year. I've been live streaming also since February. So like we're going on almost 8, like a little over probably 8 months of live streaming too. But to be fair to Mike with the Buffalo Bill logo, I know the algorithm is a little goofy. And sometimes people, I'm like, man, dude, I followed you for years. This is the first time the algorithm has recommended, I don't know why, I'm a subscriber and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I wish I understood what was going on with the algorithm. I don't know if I upset it or I'm just not keeping up with like the latest things I'm supposed to be doing from like an SEO standpoint. But yeah, anyways, Mike, I am. So you say, wow, you're trading futures. I say, wow, you're just kind of figuring this out. But I also say, wow, I wish I understood the algorithm a bit better. No, I have got email and signed on documents. And well, I mean, yeah, that might take a little while for them to officially do that paperwork. Now you could, Rajendra, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. You could get another account going. You could start a new test, get another pro, and there you go. So yes, on this specific account, you're in the Pro Plus, but I mean, you can have up to 5 accounts. So if you want to keep trading, you could fire up another test account. Yeah, that's so Mike's, I don't know. Like, that's weird. Like, Mike knows me from back in the day, yet he literally just figured out that I live stream and I'm doing futures. It's like, what is the algorithm doing? Yeah, the algorithm just now recommended the live after all that time. That is so weird. That's bizarre. But good, Mike. I'm glad you finally made it. But yes, I've been doing futures now for basically a year. And then, well, futures through a prop firm, Pam's Plant, as we call it around here. The most efficient way to go about day trading. Yeah, I have pro accounts, yes, but not. But I'm on kind of some I'm on some self probation right now, as I explained last week. But yes, I do have pro accounts, but I need to prove some things to myself first before I start to potentially roast a bunch of pro accounts. Yeah, you got to get with Take Profit Trader, man. Take Profit Trader. They're way better. All right, let's see what we can cook up here. What is coming in hot, Sean? You keep saying this stuff. What is coming in hot? Can you be a little more specific? What are you talking about? What is coming in hot? I know you keep talking about a 60-point drop. That still has not happened. And then you keep saying coming in hot. What are you talking about? I have discovered a new health food, Doritos with just a squirt of mustard on top. That sounds like that is the cure for many things right there. You should write a book on it. You'll be able to buy a lot of prop accounts. He's talking about Trump. Trump just said coming in hot. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Long above 340, stop under 300. Well, like, we're below 300. That's kind of what I call broad statement trading, right? That's why if you give numbers, you can avoid broad statements. Like, what is under? Is under 1 point? Is it 2 points? Is it 10 points? All right, interesting area here. Whoops. On the 5 minute, approaching the 21 EMA also could be a double bounce point. So I'm watching this, but Trump is still talking. So again, kind of the unknown variable. Does anybody know how to turn off auto scaling on Tradeovate? Yeah. Click this. Continuous auto fit off. All right, we're coming down here. Was a little too slow. A little too slow in the buy, and now it's costing me. Man, I love trading the GC. Well, most of the time. Now, what's gold up to right now? I just consolidated out here again. Okay, so gold not doing a whole lot. I'm going to try a buy right there. In. And I am in long. Blue line is my entry, looking for a bounce pretty much off the 21 EMA on the 5 minute, but this is the 2 minute we're watching. If you don't go on tilt, then GC is great. I think that could be applied to everything, right? If you don't go on tilt, things will be pretty great. I mean, I know what you're saying, but come on. Oh, come on, blue line. Don't actually start to act as resistance. Again, I am long. Blue line is the entry. Blue line right now is all of a sudden become resistance. Oh, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Just get through the blue line, brother. Come on now. Got a couple profit targets up there. At this point, that might be all she wrote. And oh, okay. Okay, now come on. Yeah, let's keep it moving to the upside. Oh, you little tease. Oh, don't, let's not play this game where you're going to get... This one's playing with my emotions. 1 second looks like I'm about to get filled, and I'm about to get stopped out like 2 seconds later. Come on, push. Thank you. Push some more. Okay, come on, keep pushing. This will be a green trade now. The way it's getting snappy, I don't want it to snap all the way against me. Okay. But if it wants to keep snapping upwards, I'm here to play ball. Come on. my next 2 targets. Come on, you got so close. All right. Why am I short 2? Oh, what? No, I am not dented for sure. Like, I am positive that said -2 for a moment, meaning I was short 2. How I got short 2, I don't know. Maybe I misclicked. So I'm not going to play the victim. Okay, something was wrong. One eye is yelling at me. Look at the orders. What were the orders? How did I screw up? It filled 2 on you. Oh. Gotcha. Okay. Okay, is this a short now, though? The only reason why I'm kind of hesitating from the short is we do have a big old... the 20. So that's what I was playing the bounce off of. And I did get a bounce, not the greatest bounce, but to be fair, I can't play the victim because that movement right there was like oh so close to stopping me out. But I survived and got the move up, which allowed it to be a winning trade. So I don't want... And then apparently I had some sort of... I still don't... Well, I got a partial, which threw me off, and all I know is all of a sudden I was short 2 contracts, which I did not mean to be short. Big bear flag. Huh? Touch up trader, you got to be more specific, brother. What time frame are you looking at? Like, are you saying this is a bear? I mean, that's a bear flag, I guess. I don't know, but talking about a big bear flag, especially when this is happening in an uptrend. But also, to be fair to you, maybe you're talking about something else. Do you live stream every day? I do, Mike, yeah. Start every day, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern. And then depending on the like button, usually I'll go, 4 hours or so. Hey, Walt, good to see you. Doing pretty good today. Hopefully you're doing well. Trump is finished. Can we get confirmation on the claim that Trump is finished? Is Trump indeed finished? I appreciate HB4, so no offense, but I like to always get confirmation because sometimes people are mistaken. How's the barn coming along? Good. Good. Yeah, I mean, it's actually, I think somebody's over there working today. Or soon. Like, we were getting some of so the gutters, we want to have the gutters come down, but then we want to get the water away from it. So the tile guy's coming to put in drain tile to take it off into the ditches, which is supposed to be today. And the electrician is going to be getting over there too. So like I mentioned earlier, as much as I would like to have maybe thought about a short right here, what was throwing me off and what kept me away from the short was, and this is why I would argue multiple time frame analysis is a good thing, but what kept me away from that was the 21 EMA. Did not want to be shorting right at the 21 EMA. Whereas if you're getting locked in on a one time frame, again, I'm not saying there's any universal way, but I do think that looking at least a couple of time frames can certainly be helpful. Finish up 85 after all of that. Back to it. Have a good one. All right, have a good one, Mark. Ended with hoping for a fantastic deal with China. Gotcha. Guess Trump ain't say nothing good or bad. So he did say something good or bad. Did you just pulled a double negative? Guess Trump ain't say nothing good or bad. So that means he did say stuff good or bad, Sean? Now, if this comes down here and kind of putzes around and then gives it a break, I'm all for it. I think this is shaping up to be a very interesting potential short. But like I said, I'd want to wait for a little bit more confirmation. Also, just very, very quickly, because it's a relatively common question, and when it comes to the prop firm space, if you are Just wondering what maybe you should start. Beginner experience, take Profit Trader, I say needs to be part of your journey. If you're an experienced trader, maybe you're just wondering, hey, Clay, I like the live stream. I'd like to support it. Do you have a code with such and such firm? Those are all the ones that I have codes with that if you do want to use code Clay, just with funding ticks would be the one exception code, or it'd be Clay Trader, then that is a way that you can support the live stream. So just real quickly, public service announcement. I want to get better at that. But like I said, I also don't want to harp on it for like 5 minutes at a time. So just really quickly. So to be fair, I have Google ads, or excuse me, YouTube ads turned off. So there are no ads. So if we can make a deal, like if you can give me 15 seconds as a quick little ad, and then not have to worry about any ads at all from YouTube, hopefully that's like a common ground. Market Mac, I'm so down on the day. Been taking nothing but bad I've been there, man. I've been there, Money Ghost. Some days it's just like, well, I mean, if you've been here long enough, you've seen the days where it's like, okay, if you want to make money, do the opposite of what I'm about to do. Like, I've had those days. That's right, Mike. Code Clay. Futures have no correct. Oh, hey, Clay, I hope you're doing well, my friend. I requested payout from the Take Profit Trader on Friday, and until now, it's still pending for approval on dashboard. It should be any time. It should be any time. Congrats on your payout. I'd say if they don't get it to you, definitely by the end of the day, certainly drop an email. But yes, correct. Futures do not have. Are you still trading? No, small caps are garbage. Like day trading small caps, pure and utter garbage. Make zero mathematical sense. They made sense 5 years ago, but with the invention of micro futures and then prop firms, it makes no sense. Like, and when I say no sense, I mean like mathematical sense. Because remember, math is just logic, right? Math is organization. And that's what logic is. Logic is organizing things. So when I say it makes no sense, I literally mean it makes no sense per logic, per math. Like, why risk your capital? Why take on so much risk, especially with halts? And and not to mention, small caps don't move nearly as good as futures. Well, I saw such and such make a 3,000. Yeah, I don't care. Something can move 3,000%, and I can show you with math, it's still not as impressive because you're taking on way more risk. You need massive movements, and you're still not making as much money. So, and yeah, Mike, I'm sure you're aware of this, given that you are trading futures, but I'm just throwing that out there for the people that think small caps is a good idea. It's not. Again, 5 years ago, totally made sense. I understand. But in my opinion, the invention of micro futures was game-changing. Game-changing. Because before then, to just tell somebody to go trade futures and like, hey, yeah, just go trade the NQ, goodness, because futures move so much. That was a recipe to get people absolutely destroyed. But now when they can dip their toes in the water with futures with the MNQ, brilliant. And then of course you layer on top of that now prop firms. I mean, extra brilliant. Oh, sorry to hear that. It's Juggalo. Sorry to hear that. But yeah, that's probably a good decision on your part to avoid the trading is very mental, as you know. So when you have that sort of thing weighing on your mental, yeah, I would say you've made the good call to just kind of step back and yeah. But yeah, sorry to hear that. Yeah, no, that's a very wise decision. It's Juggalo. Hi, Clay. There is a way to check your P&L for each trade, maybe. I think there is, Chris P. I don't know where that's at, though. So, yes, I think so, but I'm not going to be any further help other than just saying I think so, which I guess you could argue is probably not any help at all. Not to mention the liquidity issues if you put up size. Yes, and then not only that, then the fees can add up. The commissions can add up in astronomical ways. Like I said, I know small caps are still popular. I get it. I understand futures is still kind of like an unknown, magical, mystical world, but that actually is the point of the live stream. I want to let people know, no, it's not. It's actually very straightforward, and it's awesome. Trading ain't for everyone. Yep, that is true. Hope you and the kids had a good... Hey, thanks, Brian. Hopefully you also had a good weekend. Yeah, gold. Yeah, gold is it still? Don't even tell me it's that. Okay. So gold, I mean, this right here has got to be the level. You got to think everybody and their brother's uncle is now watching that level from a potential breakout standpoint. And then in some sense, we have basically like an ascending triangle. If you want to use the 50 period simple moving average right there, kind of got an ascending triangle right there. But yeah, up here, you got to, by no means, I'm not going to come across like me drawing that line there is some great discovery. You got to think that a lot of people are watching that. And I make that comment because when a lot of people are watching the same levels and are wondering the same thing, call it a self-fulfilling prophecy, call it whatever you want. It can definitely produce some dynamic movements. But that's where it's like, is it really going to make even more of... Look at this thing. It is like, that is bonkers today. So could it really keep moving? Yeah, it could, because down around, I can't remember. Somewhere else I was like, no, oh, I think, was it around here? I was like, no, I can't surely make a movement, and then ba-boom. So, yeah, gold is nutso for sure. Just, okay. See, back then we would call this just like it's in a channel. It's chopping around. But again, the name of the game in trading is let's rebrand everything with cool. It's barcoding. Okay. Cool. Hey, Clay, first time to be here. Well, good to have you, Russ Irish. Good to have you. What do you trade, Russ Irish? Are you a futures trader? Joseph Newsom passed the 50K val and did 110. Good job, Joseph. Very good. Congrats. So yes, this level here remains. I am interested in a short, as I think it will. I can very well see this opening up the gates to the downside at some point today. But yeah, obviously the $1 million question is, okay, when though, Clay? When does that happen? You look different. Well, I mean, that's what happens when you're a fine wine. You just age beautifully. You that's just how it works. At some point, I mean, I need to do it. Like, I need to change my name from Clay Trader to Fine Wine Trader. Clay, I know I say this issue I have a few times, but my account is at $4.99 in profit. I know. That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't do profit targets or profit goals. It just plays too many mind games. New to trading, taking a look at several things. Cool, Russ. Well, if you are wanting to be a day trader, the math argues that the best way to go about day trading is to day trade futures through a prop firm. Yeah, no, I hear you, Adam. Yeah, don't touch it. Don't touch it until you get it approved. Now, you could always get another account started. I mean, you can have up to 5 of those accounts at once. So if you want to keep trading and then you want to eventually get up to having the 5 accounts, whether that's the pro or to copy trade or not, you could always get another account rocking and rolling. AWS employees are all yeah, they're either barcoding right now or changing their diapers right now. Yeah, you bet. Well, you bet, Joseph. Turns out I'm not as good at day trading NQ as I thought I was. Already down 1K in the day, 1 test account. Well, I like I said, Troy, I would say that MNQ is probably the place to start. Because NQ is no joke. Liquidity, high volume, high volume, low. I'm not quite sure what that means. Hi, Claire, are you just joining the stream? I jumped the gun shorts here. Hey, Pat. Well, thank you for being here. You jumped the gun shorts. Well, as long as you just make sure you got a stop loss in. I think we've all jumped the gun before. Your chart looks like it might shoot up. Yeah, it could. I'm more interested in potentially a short, but yeah, the thought of it making a move up is not crazy. It's just We're already up quite a bit today, so it's like, is this thing really going to go up even higher? If you're new and trading NQ instead of MNQ, you're asking for trouble. Yep. Stop loss at... Well, good. Hey, you know what, Pat Rick? I'm glad you got a stop loss. So, yeah, if you jump the gun per your rules, then learn from it. Listen, we've all had the days. We've all been where money ghost is. We've all been there. There are two types of traders. Those that have days like Money Ghost is having, and then liars. Those are the two categories. Some days, it's literally just do opposite of me day. Other days, I mean, the market is your fiddle. I mean, you can do no wrong. You just play the market. But other days, you are the market's fiddle. And all the market does is play all day long. I've been there. It's just part of it. It's unavoidable. And anybody that tells you it is avoidable is lying to you. Now, if it's happening every single day or it's happening the vast majority of the time, then okay, that is probably a strategy problem. You probably have no idea what you're doing. But like, because no strategy is perfect, yeah, some days it's just going to be like, man, I can't do anything right today. How often do I go live? Every day. Well, not every day. Monday through Friday, I start at 11 a.m. Eastern. Lost one of your pro accounts today. Bummer. Sorry to hear it. The one moment that I'm going to get, if I had to guess, Hot Tub Mike, my guess is you were long, like up around here. And then is that where you lost it? Either that or you were short out of the opening gates. This put you into a bearish mindset. And then the open here just boom. So that if I had two guesses, that's where it would be. Either that had you bearish minded and then that crushed you on the short side, or you're bullish up around here and then that sudden dump just roasted you. Second one, nailed it. Yeah, that was a brutal move, man. That was brutal, but that's the risk. You traded when Trump was talking, and I understand sometimes that can pay off really nice, but unfortunately for you, and thank you for sharing. Thank you for having the courage to tell us so we can turn that into a learning lesson. But yeah, sometimes in Trump's kitchen, if you're in Trump's kitchen, he'll cook you up. Why does the stop loss sometimes move on its own? The stop loss should not move on its own. Well, maybe if you have a trailing stop. A trailing stop is going to move on its own. Long time lurker here. Forming flat ceiling similar to last week. Big drop followed. Flat ceiling low. Flat ceiling. Okay, I don't know what a flat ceiling is per se. I'm guessing it's just a resistance level. If it's not a resistance, I guess please clarify. Same with a flat ceiling. A flat ceiling low. I would assume that's a support, but I guess I don't know. Size up. Yeah, did I not say that earlier, chat? Did I not say that earlier? That there's probably some people here that were longs, and if they were oversized, that move right there cooked them up. And thanks to Hot Tub Mike's courage to just be transparent, we have one of them right here. I said, that somewhere in the world there are some traders, and Mike right here. So Hot Tub Mike, appreciate it, brother. Thank you for being courageous and being transparent and willing to share that so others can learn. That's where you got to be careful trading when Trump's talking, especially when you size up. Like I said, I'm interested in this as a short right now, but the problem is it's and why it's holding. Well, I don't know about why, but technically speaking, I think a plausible case to why it is holding is we got the 21 EMA right there. 21 EMA doing work. Clay, why not just buy? You know what? You're right. Maybe I should be buying, but I'm just more so bearish bias, but not quite yet. I wanted to see it, just give me a little bit more consolidation around this area and then the break. But I don't know. Maybe that's the break. Well, only hindsight will be our judge, right? That's why trading's hard. Because hindsight's either going to have me looking very smart because I didn't short there and then it comes back up here and chops around more, or it's going to have me looking really dumb because it actually keeps going. So I'm at the mercy of hindsight right now. And that's why it's hard. So if you're a short right now, I hope it works out for you. I just wasn't quite willing to hit the button to get short yet. Supply resistance zone, low volume. Well, I mean, that's fine. I'm just trying to make sure that we're using the same terms. But yeah, I've never heard of a low or a flat ceiling low. I've never heard of that. I've always just, I mean, a floor would make sense. Like ceilings and floors, okay, that's pretty intuitive, but I don't know. A low ceiling floor or a low ceiling is a little goofy, in my opinion. But hey, if looking at things as a low ceiling works for you, more power to you. My problem is not taking profits and trying to hit for the moon. Yep. I hear you, Money Ghost. No, I don't know. Are these test accounts, Money Ghost, or are these like pro accounts, funded accounts? Because I think there's a difference. I'll be the first to admit that sometimes I just want to get these things passed. So I load up and try to go for the moon. Now to do that within your pro accounts, again, I get it. I get there's many approaches to go through all this. But so I don't know if that's a problem or not, is what I'm getting at, Money Ghost. It might be a problem. I'm not sure it is. That's why I'm asking for a little bit more context. Maybe give you some more things to consider. So yeah, right there is the fake break of that level. Now you got a nice little hammer, doji, whatever you want to call it. So that's what I was a little worried of. So yes, right now, and this is what I was cheering. Like my ego was cheering for this because obviously my ego wants hindsight to make me look smart. So yeah, this is what I was cheering for and was hoping would happen, and it did happen. So look how smart I look. That's what my ego is saying. Test. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know if that's really a problem per se, Money Ghost. Maybe the problem today was the market it wasn't jiving with your strategy. So I don't know if have you had those situations, Money, where you're like you're aggressive and you're going for the moon and you get the moon and then you pass the accounts very quickly, which is part of your broader strategy. If that's the case, then it sounds like today it just didn't jive. Going for the moon was just not what needed to happen. You got a big ego listening to Beyonce. Why would I trade chop? I mean, I don't know. Because a range trader is going to be like, why wouldn't you trade a range? Like a range trader is like, why would you not buy right here? Bounce, 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 bounce. That's what a range trader would be saying to you. Notice they would not be calling it chop. So my point is, Sean, one man's chop is another man's range. One man's breakout and continuation is another person's curse, right? If you're trying to trade a range and you're a range trader, man, you hate when things actually break out and go, right? Because there are many ways to go about it. What is this largest size you have ever traded, Clay Trader? Oh, largest size, 15 NQ, one on tilt. Yeah, right? I mean, so on this, 150K. I did this was part of my tilt last week. I'm not going to go into it, just watch last week's live stream. But yeah, I had a 150K account, was on pure brawl and tilt. I could do 15 NQs. So yeah, I did 15 NQs, and I don't know, 20 seconds later, that account was roasted. The problem today for me was yeah. A lot of people, thanks to AWS, are having problems. If I may, what is the name of this trading platform? Well, what I'm using is 2 layers. So if you want to do exactly what I'm doing, layer number 1, step number 1, you'd want to go to the link that you see at the top of the screen, which takes you here. You'd want to select the purchasing power that you want. Use code CLAY so you get the 40% off, and then no activation fee. But that's layer number 1. Take Profit Trader is the prop firm. You'd want to select your what account you want. After that, they're going to ask you what platform do you want to use, and I'm using Tradeovate. So, like I said, 2 layers. Layer number 1, I am in a prop firm. That prop firm is Take Profit Trader. Layer number 2, through the prop firm, I'm using Tradeovate. Hey, good afternoon, Patriots. So, Clay, if your shorts are in profit, would you close and take another shot? or be in the trade? If your shorts are in profit, would you close and take another short or be? Well, I mean, I'm not quite sure what you're asking, but really, no matter what you are, it just depends. It's a case-by-case basis. Like I said, I deploy multiple strategies. So yeah, and so each one, how I manage the trade is going to depend on other factors. So sometimes, yeah, maybe I'm like, I just want to get out. Other times it's like, no, because of these other things, I want to give it more of a chance. If you trade 15 contracts, you didn't read James' advice from TPT. Okay, hey, Dividend Cake. There's a reason why I prefaced all that by saying I was on tilt. Again, the power of tilt, it makes you do stupid things. That's why it's tilt. That's why you don't want to go on tilt, because if you're on tilt, it means you're doing dumb things. I see, makes sense. Good, Pat. Yes. Dividend Cake, if you took that as me saying, hey, it's a good idea to get the 150K account and then go 15 NQs, I apologize. I did not explain myself very clear. That is not what I was saying. Somebody asked, what's the biggest size I've ever done? And I said, well, when I was on tilt, I did this. So yes, I'm not, if you took it as me like saying that was a good idea, I did not, apologies for not being clear. That was not a good idea because I was on tilt. Thanks for a correction. I'm pretty sure I said I was on tilt. Pretty sure I said that, Dividend Cake. So I was kind of be humble, but like, no, I definitely said I was on tilt. So there's no need to correct anything because I know for sure I mentioned I was on tilt. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Give me a 5. I'm pretty sure I said I was on tilt. Give me a 5 if I had indeed said that. Because sometimes I think I say stuff that I don't actually say, but I'm pretty sure I prefaced all that by saying I was on tilt. So I don't think I actually needed to correct anything because I said it in the first place. Okay, so I'm not crazy. Oh, I said full-blown tilt? Okay, so I made it. I ain't hearing nothing. You definitely said I was on tilt. Okay. I don't know. Is Ninja Trader up? I thought you said you wear a kilt. That is true. I have a kilt on right now. I'm about to go Braveheart my wife. If you know what I'm saying. Woo! I hear you. Exactly, Troy. That's what I said. Troy said he hears. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, go 6 and like max out your account. A kilt on tilt. Maybe that would be like a good way to avoid tilt. Is just be like have a kilt next to you, and like if you feel the need to put on the kilt, that's like a leading indicator that you're on tilt. All right, once again coming down to this area. So this is interesting. This selling pressure, the bulls seem to be losing steam because every time they try to push, they are making lower and lower highs. So as of now, the buyers, they're still here, but they seem to be running out of strength. Running out of strength via every time they do bounce. So they're strong here. But their bounces, every time they fight back, the amount they fight back is getting less and less and less. So we'll see if they eventually run out of steam or not. But that's kind of how I'm viewing this. Is this Tradovate? Yes, this is Tradovate. This job for the last 2 hours is so boring. I hear you, but I assure you it's not boring for the range traders. The range traders are probably Lambo shopping right now. I took 25K pass in 5 days. On Friday, I scalped with 3 minis, end day with more than 100 and waiting for payout. Yeah, good job. Like I said, if you want to keep trading and add to your empire, if you will, I mean, you can always get another test account fired up. Descending flat bottom triangle. I mean, I just always called them descending triangles, but and then I would call this just a symmetrical triangle, and this would be a descending triangle. So descending triangle, in my mind, it's built in that yes, it's got a flat bottom. Like that's part of it. But I suppose you could have if you're trying to make the differentiation between a symmetrical triangle and a flat bottom triangle. I bought 2 windshield wipers and 1 hubcap for my new land. Hey, one piece at a time, man. What TFR on showing? Just saw it 2 minute. What? What TFR on showing? Oh, time frame? Yeah, this is the 2 minute. This is true, Troy. If I was forced to guess, I'd have to go with the downside right now, just because, like I said, it seems as though the buyers are getting weaker and weaker. But there are no guarantees. But if you force me into a corner, that's where I'd have to kind of err on. You just traded your fat bottom. Oh, good. Hopefully you made money. You are welcome. Long. All right. I love it. Love the trade plans ahead of time. A sign of pure courage. Looks like head and shoulders on the 5 minute. Roger that. Never been good with the head and shoulders. For some reason, that one doesn't jive with my eyes. Dry trading today. I mean, that move was pretty good. But yeah, right now, I mean, some patience is required. A whole lot of sideways choppy chop. But again, the range traders are out there like, hey, all of you, myself included, stop complaining, you baboons. Trade the range. Short, cover long. Short, cover long. Short, cover long. Now, to be fair, sometimes when they keep shorting ranges and it keeps breaking out, we're like, hey, baboons, just buy the breakout. What are you doing? So, some days one strategy looks like the baboons. Another day, other strategies look like the baboon. Because the market is different every day. That's why there's no 100% win rate strategy. But yes, I'm moving into the camp right now of looking like a baboon. Because yes, I should have probably, like, if it comes up here again, I should just be shorting. But I've just never been a great range trader. You think this is the constipated? No. It'd have to be up here higher. Because there's the dump right there. Oh, I get what you're saying. You're saying this could be the dump. All right. So range traders, I guess this is where we short. I'm not a good range trader, but I'll give it a try. All right, let's see. Let's see. I'll go with 1. Come up a little bit more. Unless it gets rejected right at... All right, let's do this. I'm going to short there. Stop there. To play the range. And then, because my bladder is about to punch me in the face, hopefully I come back to a winning trade. Oh, come on. You're kidding me? Thought I'd be up. Thought I'd be coming back and we'd be shopping for Lambos together. I'm trying to... range traders, cut me some slack. I'm trying to trade the range. Now I'm not getting filled. All right, well, I don't like it anymore. My girlfriend works for Disney, and they said they're down too. Yeah, AWS apparently has her fingers in a lot of stuff. That's cooking right there. Is that the buy? I guess if you think that this is also, if you think this is just a healthy consolidation within the overall uptrend. So here's the overall trend. If you're like, no, this is just a prolonged healthy consolidation, and that's the, I mean, look at all this volume that's taking place. Look at it. So again, volume profiles, if you envision this as mountains, biggest mountain is right here. And when you correspond that, I mean, all this sideways movement right now. So that is another way that I'm actually going to consider too. Like maybe this is just the health, you know, the leading indicator that the healthy consolidation is over. I'm not totally committed to it, but if you're looking for a breakout of that level, I can see what you're thinking. I can see it. Short 25,303. All right, Lauren Mills, I like it. I like it, Lauren Mills. That's courage right there. Trade plan ahead of time. I blame you for this insane desire to make money trading. I came across one of your... It sounded so easy. Well, if you've hung around here, Troy, which I think you have, you know I've never once said that any of this is easy. That's why I argue for Pam's Plant. Because Pam Plant is going to give you the best chance. It's going to give you the most opportunity to figure stuff out. Because if you do something really dumb, like I've done over the years, instead of it costing you thousands of dollars, at most a couple hundred. So when dumb mistakes only cost you a couple hundred as opposed to a couple thousand, prop firms will help, you know, keep you in the game longer. I think I got to, do I get, I mean, I can go with one. I don't know. I can't. No, I'm going to let hindsight be the judge. I'm not going to do it. It's just, yeah, there's something off. Hindsight here had me looking very smart, but now, I don't know. So again, my ego wants to see this reject. That way I look smart again to not have bought the break. But if you did buy it, I'll cheer for you. If trading was easy, there would be a lot more people doing it. That is true. That is true. Good job, Lauren Mills. Guess was customers going to switch to PLTR? Is that what PLTR does? I don't even know what PLTR. I have no idea what they're. All I know is that they go up like every day. Somehow still in the trade, but well, don't be uneasy. That's what you got stop losses for. Yeah, Lauren, that's cool, man. You gave your trade plan ahead of time. That's all we can. That's all we ask for. So you talk away. If people want to flap their lips and then they put numbers behind it, flap them lips away because we can hold you accountable to what you're saying. Now, if you're just going to flap your lips and never actually give us any trade plans, like people tend to do from a certain cult out there, that's a different story. But Lauren has mapped out a trade plan ahead of time, so nothing but respect. Flap them lips. PLTR does AI-driven data analysis software, multiple government contracts. Okay, well, somebody mentioned earlier about switching from AWS to PLTR, so it almost came across like they were another like internet service provider, but oh boy. This is looking interesting. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that level. That's just... Yeah, I just can't do it, but if you're long, I'll cheer for you. I'll cheer for you that you get the breakout. And not only that you get the breakout, but you get some continuation. Hey, if you are enjoying this in any way, shape, or form, hit that like button. Looks like we might have a chance of a new record. The record of likes is 350. So we're still a ways away from that, but I suppose you never know. But yeah, if you're enjoying and you haven't hit that like button, please do so. It helps. It helps. Big wigs must be having lunch. Maybe. Maybe. I don't trade consolidation. So spectacle, how do you deem when consolidation is over? Like what do you need to say? What would you need to see in order for you to make the claim, all right, consolidation is over? Like for your personal strategy, how do you define that? I don't like having to confirm the entry every time I execute the order. Then you have some sort of setting, Troy, that you could turn off. Because, I mean, I can just throw an order out there like this. Watch, like sell, boom. It didn't ask me for any sort of confirmation. So, yeah, you must have some sort of setting right now turned on that's, making you request it. Okay. Hey. Well, this move here had me looking smart. Didn't trust it to go short. And I look smart as it snapped back up. Here, not trusting it to go long. Right now, looking like I'm pretty stupid. But there's hindsight for you. How many points in gain do you usually look for when taking? That's all dependent on strategies and context, Money Ghost. Every situation is different. I don't do anything arbitrarily. I don't like that. I know some people they're just like, I'm going to do a 10-point stop. And it's like, well, I understand. I'm not saying they're wrong, but the risk of that is, well, what happens if it's like a really slow day? And like 10 points means you're taking way more risk than you actually need to per the chart itself. Or in other days, it's a super volatile day. And it's like, man, 10 points, like you're going to get paper cut to death because that's way too tight. So yeah, I don't have any sort of like universal numbers. Again, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that per se. I know some people are like, no, I do a very mechanical system and it's 10 points no matter what. Okay. For me, that I think additional things need to be factored in. Do you have a max time frame you trade on? Is it every daily or no? I'm a day trader, Mitch. So I'm not. I mean, I'll glance at the daily, but the daily has not a whole lot to do with anything because I'm not looking to hold for like multiple days. I'm not even looking to hold for multiple hours. I'm not even really looking at like if I'm holding something for over 5 minutes, I start to pucker up. I start to get a little bit sweaty. It literally says in the box every time it pops up confirming your seller buy. Yeah, I don't know how to turn that off. I don't remember. Maybe it's in that video. I can't remember. Really like your channel, Clay. First time here. Unfortunately, episode's down right now. I don't know, Joey. Interesting. I'm not sure why. I don't know. Maybe with top or them being. I have no idea. But yeah, I mean, like I said, if you want to use what I'm doing, I mean they are not down. I am with Take Profit Trader. I believe for them to be the best in the business. So yeah, and I mean if you want to use them. If you want to support the live stream, code Clay. Or if you use one of these other ones and you want to support the live stream, code Clay. Except with funding ticks, code Clay Trader. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it is a sign. Maybe you're meant to be here. You might, yeah, meant to be here. But good to have you. Good to have you. Don PR discovered your stream because Top of the T shut down, dude. I like what I see in here. Oh, thanks, Don PR. I don't know. Is that? Oh, maybe that is. Maybe when the other live streams are down, the algorithm starts recommending other stuff. I suppose that makes sense. Exactly. Yeah, it's situational. Yep. Whatever is asking about trade confirmation. Google, it's their setting. Yeah. But you definitely do not need to put up with like, I want to buy and then have a window pop up and have to say confirmed. Got your top. Good job, Sokol. Profit target hit. Well, give me a 1. Did anybody here buy, or was anybody long for the breakout? Give me a 1 in the chat if you were long for that breakout. Hit that number 1 if you were long for the breakout, or if you bought the breakout. Jocko, Sokol. No, come on. There had to be more than 2. Okay, there we go. Vitalis. I'm sorry if I mispronounced the native. All right, there we go. Smart, not hard. Alfonso, Ching. Tiny scalp, though. Well, Neil, Sly Guy. All right, good job. Good job, everybody. It seems so obvious now, but at the time, it just didn't seem quite right. Have I lost test or pro accounts? Hot Tub Mike, come on, brother. Huh. Were you not here last week? Oh, come on, man. Yes, of course. The answer to that, no matter who you ask, is going to be yes. Yes, what you ask is part of prop firm trading. If anybody ever says no to that question, they're definitely lying to you. Like, zero doubt in my mind, they are lying to you. I know throwing certainties out there is kind of a dangerous thing, but like anybody, have you ever lost test or pro accounts? And they're like, no. Okay, to be fair, maybe they just started 5 minutes ago and they're on their first ever pro account or test account. Okay, I guess in that situation, technically they could say no. But if they have any amount of experience at all, and they answer no to that question, they are lying. What a breakout. Congratulations, longs that took that. There it was. Yeah, exactly. 2 types of prop firms traders. Those that blow up accounts and then liars. Now, obviously, that doesn't mean that like you should be blowing them up all the time and that you should love blowing them up. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying blowing up accounts is part of it. Now, if you're not familiar with prop accounts, this could sound crazy because in your mind you're like, wait, what? When I have an account, I put like $5,000-$10,000 in there. What do you mean blow up the account? Like that sounds like really, really bad trading, really bad. And I understand where you're coming from, but we're talking about prop accounts. And when you quote unquote blow up a prop account, at most, it's like a couple $100. Good job, Nathan. Hey, Tony Gold. Good to see you. Waiting for a pullback. Yeah, me too. I'm definitely not going to short this. This seems like it's got some legit strength, but to go long right now, in my opinion, is a FOMO chase. But sometimes these moves will make that look really stupid. Again, hindsight. Maybe a minute from now, the price is all the way up here, and then I'm going to look really stupid for saying, yeah, it seems like a FOMO chase right now. Going on 2 hours in this trade. Yeah, you are. Yeah, we are definitely have 2 very different strategies. You are what I would call a sway trader, which I didn't invent it, but some of the chat, we as a group, when you combine swing trading with day trading, you are a sway trader. And some people, I mean, they're still a day trader. They're not going to hold beyond 5 p.m. Eastern, but they're willing to hold for like hours on end. And that's just definitely not me. Stopped out of your short. Good job, Pat. Yes, any shorts that were not disciplined and they're holding and hoping, they're probably on their way to press the reset button on their prop account. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. Well, I suppose just in case I'll leave it out there for a little bit while longer. Did anybody buy this long and you're I guess buy this long and you're still long? If so, hit that number 1. Again, you bought the breakout and you still have some of your position left. Give me a 1. The nated, good job. Connor, good job, Connor. Nice job, Elizabeth. Good job, Sanu. I'll just trade vicariously through you. I guess a lot of short covering going on. Well, also you got to remember, look at the volume profile. as soon as it got through here, notice what happened to volume. Volume dropped off big time, which means that there's just a lot more space. There isn't as much volume that changed hands up there, so it can move a little bit cleaner now. Safety guy, good job. Said a couple. Well, Juggalo, with all due respect, sir, I thought you were not trading today. With all due respect, I'm not, I'm just trying to help you out, hold you accountable, but I could have sworn you said that you were not trading today. What changed? Kamish, good job. All right. Now the question really becomes, is there a double top coming? This white line here on my platform represents the high of the day. So on that note, the price can never get above that white line. That white line will simply move higher. But yeah, we do have a rejection area right there. So got to start to be thinking. And that's what I'm wondering. Maybe some sort of double top up here. So it comes up here and then maybe, I'm not saying it needs to roll back over, but even a little bit of a pullback can still be enough for some profitable trading. I bet the ones in short are freaking out right now. Or else their accounts have already been eliminated. I know it's a FOMO of the chart. I mainly am here to watch you, but I have my Trade-O-Vate open. Well, like I said, yeah, I don't know your strategy. I don't know what you're necessarily looking for. So I don't know. Maybe you saw an A+ setup, but just as an FYI, earlier you're saying you're probably not in the right mental space to be trading, and all of a sudden you're trading. So be aware. We're approaching all-time highs. Have we really already recovered all the way back up from the... I guess I've kind of lost track of that. Oh, wow. Is it completely down right now? There we go. Oh, you're right. Holy, yep. Wow. Ba-boom. Baboon. I saw it, Chris. That's fine. I lost track of it too. That's what I said in my mind. Like, no, we're not. We just, there's no way we've recovered everything from where it was whenever that was. But no, I guess so. So that's, yeah, I'm with you, Chris. That was what that was what I said in my mind. But no, William's spitting some truth. This whole time is not, it's not typical for you. Gotcha. Well, good for you and trusting your trade plan. Yeah, exactly, Chris. That is crazy. I was in Europe for 2 weeks, and I just don't want to get back to... Well, I mean, I don't know what you do for work, but if you're it sounds like you're at a job that allowed you to take a European vacation for 2 weeks. I mean, I don't know, man. Sounds like you've made some good choices in life. Massage therapy. Well, there we go, kids. Now, I'm asking, do I think a double top wants to at least play out? If I do think it at least wants to play out, well, then this could be an interesting long here, right? Because we have a bull flag, bull pennant. So if I'm thinking in my mind that the price wants to at least do battle with a double top, that means I'm thinking the price could at least minimum go there. Now, when it gets to that level, I don't know. Because it could be a double top, it could get rolled over. But, I mean, if I'm playing down around here and it goes up there and gets rejected, well, that doesn't really matter to me because from a longs perspective, I already have all that as a potential profit window. So that's why I'm weighing in my brain right now. Do I think a double top battle actually takes place? Because right now, irrelevant what happens at the double top battle. Even if it is a double top and gets smacked back down, as I just showed, I still have plenty of wiggle room for profit. But I think the price is breaking that top. Yeah, maybe so. But like I said, as kind of irrelevant what the price does up there, if I'm thinking of trying to play this little bull flag, bull pennant right now. Well, good job, Juggalo. All I know is what your life decisions have led to is you just being able to afford a 2-week European vacation. Not bad. Hey, we're at 200 likes. Again, another reminder, if you are enjoying, hit that like button. Maybe we have a chance to set a new record. I don't know. 350 likes is the record. So if you want to help contribute to potentially a record-breaking stream, hit that like button. Are you shorting now? No, I'm not sure. If I were to short, it would be up at the double top area. Still not sure. I would short up there anyways, but yeah, I have no interest in shorting here. If anything, I'm thinking long, as I just kind of explained. Yeah, that's good saying. I like it, Juggalo. I am short now with only 2 micros, 25, 35. Stop is at 45. Well, I mean, I assume it's a little bit above 45, right? Because the high here is basically 45. So I'm assuming you're not putting your stop literally right at the high. I probably could commish for a whopping 5 minutes. All right, kids, time to hop back in. The food budget's gone. How many Europeans do we have here? Give me a 3 if you're a European. Do you ever use fib to buy on pullbacks? Oh, yeah, Joey. I've every now and then I'll pull out the fib. But is it like a daily thing? No, I can't say it is. But, I mean, if you use them, Joey, I think that makes a lot of... I will say this. A lot of... Well, I don't know about a lot, but we have several members of my private community. And, yeah, their fibs are definitely part of their analysis. IQZ, African. Soko, Lucas, bad. Cool. Yeah, that's what's so amazing about the live stream. Like, it's so weird. I'm talking to somebody in Africa. I'm talking to people in Europe. We've had Australians, people from India. Still waiting for our first Somalian. I was in Italy for 3 days and went on to the Royal Caribbean and went to Kudasi, Turkey, Mykonos, and September. I'm not even going to try to pronounce those things. Cool. Well, it sounds like you had a good time. Okay, so here is the bull pennant. So if you think a double top battle has a high likelihood of happening, well then, yeah, I could see playing a breakout here. And then, like I said, even if the price comes up here and loses the battle, the double bottom, so if the price comes up here and gets smacked back down, again, from a long perspective, you know, that would still be the amount of wiggle room you have to pull out some profits, which is, I would hope would be enough. But again, depends on your strategy if that's actually true or not. Obviously, the cherry on top would be if the price comes up here and then just breaks through. Then that's just extra pudding on the sundae, you know? But even if, like I said, you take a worst case scenario and you just assume that it's going to be a losing battle right there, well, at that point, at least, you'd still have plenty of wiggle room to pull some profits out. Does that make sense? Give me a 5 if that makes sense, what I'm trying to explain there. In my mind, it makes perfect sense, but I don't know if I explained it right or not. Give me a 5. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Okay, to 2 of you it made, 3 of you it made sense. That's good. I'm glad 3 of you had that make. Okay, 4. Great. All right, 5 people that made sense. I'm doing well in life then. 4.9. Fine, William. All right, good. I'm glad that made sense then. So does it want to break through the pattern? Trying to play it. Trying to play it. Come down a little bit. There we go. I'm in. Stop is right there. This is the breakout or get out. So if this was a fake break, well, then this is going to be a losing trade for me. Breakout or get out. There's my first profit target. Again, very basic premise. I have the pattern. It started to break out. So breakout or I got to get out. Again, my first target is right here. Next target will be up there. Because again, it could reject from there. And then if it does give me the breakthrough, I'll still have one left for that party. But like I said, I'm not going to sit here. This thing either needs to get, it did break out. Now it's a situation of, are you going to keep moving? Is it a genuine breakout right now? Not looking so good, but let's see if it wants to keep moving or not. Oh, that's not the greatest, but like I said, come on. There we go. There we go, brother. Thank you. Gonna put this in winner's territory now. I want the breakout to continue, but this will now be a winning trade. Because if it comes all the way down there and stops me out, that'll be a nasty looking candle at that moment. But yeah, next target is up here. Because again, that's the double top spot that I talked about. And if it hits there, it could very well reject. So I want to at least take one more out there. But if it keeps busting through, well, then I will still have a contract to enjoy the party. Come on, brother. Come on, brother. Come on, brother. Do it. Do it. Do it. Hey, brother. Come on. Should I sing to it? You're beautiful to me. Hey, there we go, boy. All right, here we go. Let's play ball. Put my new stop right there. And I'm just going to follow this up. There we go. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Come on, boy. Get up there, boy. Come on. Come on. Buy me some peanuts and bear testicles. I don't care if I live under a bridge, for it's root for the bulls. Squeeze those bears by the foreheads. 1, 2. Want to see this push up a little bit more, then I'll adjust my... Yeah, there we go. Move this up, and then I can potentially use the low of this candle here as my new stop, but... So I don't want to see it drop down too much. No. Go back up, brother. Hey, brother. Wrong way. Brother! Okay, got me. Still a nice trade, though. There we go. The bull pennant breakout to test the highs. I had one in the game in case it wasn't a double top. I mean, there we go. There was zero hindsight there, okay? Zero hindsight. I explained that like, I don't know what to tell you. Zero hindsight there, though. Did anybody take that? Give me a 1. Did anybody take that? The breakout or get out? Ed, Hayden, Pat, Chris, Angelo. All right, good. Is anybody still in? If you're still in, well done. Clay, why did you only do 3? I'm asking myself the same thing. But in all actuality, think about the time of day. We're in the middle of the afternoon. It's been kind of a little bit of a, But overall, it worked out great. But yes, in hindsight, of course, I should have done way more. Okay, but that is hindsight. Hey, Ryan. Yeah, I'm doing quite well right now. Good trade. Worked out. You're writing it down? You are a gutsy man to be playing something like that short, but good job. Hindsight. Yeah, exactly. Hindsight should have been 15 NQ. Now, I don't understand how anybody got short up there because it shot up there so fast. Like, I guess if you had an order just thrown out there, but I don't know what you were basing that order on. But hey, if you got short up around there, congratulations. All right. The pattern here is played out, so we'll get rid of that. I suppose I can leave this trend line out here out of curiosity. Maybe that's like a potential long down around that area. Still in runner from 301. Nice job, Kamish. From 301. Good job. Gold, no. Gold's running again? What? Oh, I don't, okay. I guess we have a little bit, like I consider this right here running. Like that is a run. That is a run. This could be the start of a run. And again, it's just funny how we all have different terminologies. But yeah, I thought I was going to look at like another like big grinding looking chart. But yeah, it could turn into it. We'll see. Are you in it, Pat? Are you in gold right now? I mean, who's not watching BYND right now? What's BYND? I mean, I know it's become a penny stock. Yep, AWS issues still. I mean, if you are trading BYND, let me just tell you right now, you are not going about okay. If you are day trading BYND, you are not going about day trading, mathematically speaking, the most efficient way possible. You are not going about day trading the most efficient way possible, mathematically provable. But I crushed it, Clay. I guarantee you I can rain all over that parade. I did it last week. I felt bad. Somebody thought they were crushing it with options. I'm like, well, give me your numbers. And then I showed them that for less risk, they would have needed less of a movement and made more money. So I'm telling you right now, if you are day trading BYND without even looking at the chart, I can tell you and I can prove it to you with math, you are trading inefficiently. You are taking on more risk than you need to. You need bigger moves, yet you're still making less money. So more risk for less money. But yeah, BYND, wild. I mean, I think it got up over $300 a share, didn't it? And now it's a penny stock. Oh, okay. I can see why people. Yeah, again, well, look at the 5 minute. Clay, what are you talking about? This thing was at 71. Now it's up there. It's up like 200%. Doesn't matter. I'm telling you right now, you're going about day trading inefficiently. I understand that can sound crazy, but if the people that have been around the live stream long enough, they've seen me like just take the math, ask the person, well, what was your position size? How much did you get? And then we look at futures and then combination with a prop firm, and it's just like, yeah, see, I try to tell you, man, you're going about things inefficiently. I wish I full ported that. Why? Why would you wish you full port? What you should be wishing you full ported was like right here. 5 take private trader accounts at 15 NQs each. That's what you should be wishing you full ported. Because you know full well, 15 NQs, copy trading, on that move right there would blow away anything that you full ported from BYND. My thoughts on SPY leaps. So like your swing trading options, I don't have anything against swing trading options. I don't have anything against options in the category of investing, but day trading options is garbage. Again, mathematically very easily provable. Gold 5 minute down. I don't know. Isn't gold going up right now? Oh, yeah, it's rolling back over here a little bit. Still right now, gold kind of just stuck in this range. 1 year leaps me. Again, Pat, in the category of swing trading or investing, I don't have anything against options. But in the category of day trading, options is very easily to prove it doesn't make sense. Mathematically, it's not hard. Like you are literally making, again, the claim is not you can't make money day trading options. The claim is you are working inefficiently. You are making your life harder than it needs to be. And this is not my opinion. This is math. It's really basic math. If you are an options day trader, I'd love to. I'm willing to show it to you. It takes all of 30 seconds. So if you're an options day trader and you think, what do you mean I'm making my life harder than it needs to be? I can show you. I can show you real quick with some math. Just let me know. But I don't know if anybody here is day trading options. I am interested on the long side, down around this lower trend line. I think there could be some spice here. But as of now, this pullback has not been deep enough. Gotta get to getting. Thanks. Oh, thanks, Jocko. Have a good one. So again, I am bullish biased right now, but not unless the price gets down around this lower trend line. Can I use an offset on my sell orders trading futures? I don't know what you mean by an offset. Miss your entry by 2. Oh man, that's always rough. Please show me. I'm trying to learn how to day trade options. Okay, Figgy and anybody else. This is why Pam's Plant, again, Pam's Plant is an argument for day traders to day trade futures through a prop firm. But this is how options are making your life more difficult. So how options work. So obvious way to make money is if you buy an option, it goes up, fine, you make money. Obvious way to lose money is if you buy and it goes down, okay, fine, you lost money. But anything you buy can do 3 things, or it could just go sideways. Now the rational person can say, well, if it goes sideways, then that's like neutral. It doesn't go up or down. I hear you, but not in the world of options. In the world of options, you also lose money. Why? Well, because there is something called theta. So let's think about this. In the world of options, of the 3 things that can happen, 2 of those 3 things will cause you to lose money, meaning you have a 67% chance of losing money. Now you may be saying, but Clay, I make money day trading options. That is awesome. My question to you would be, can you imagine how much money you would have made or you would be making if you did not have to deal with theta, if there was no theta? And that's why Pam's Plant is the winner. Because in Pam's Plant, right here, you get to, so Pam's Plant is just an argument of day trading. Why you should day trade futures through a prop firm. That's what Pam's Plant is being represented. And for you, right here, option traders, you get to say goodbye to theta. Not to mention, futures move better than options anyways, but let's just assume they move the same. Why would you choose to deal with theta when you don't have to? Again, assuming they move the same, it makes 0 sense to deal with theta if you don't have to. But the kicker is, futures move better anyways. So why would you not trade something that moves better anyways and does not have theta? Again, it makes no mathematical sense. So that is there's a quick reason of why day trading options does not make any sense. With math, not me sitting here making some sort of emotional argument. No, strictly math. Now short gold. Well, Daniel, I'm not going to tell you when to short gold. Here's why. Because I am operating under this logical assumption that you know your strategy better than I do or anybody else in the room does. So all I'll say is, well, does your strategy say that you should now short gold? Again, because you would know your strategy better than I would. So Daniel, best I can do is follow your strategy. And if your strategy and rules say to short gold now, then hey, short gold now. I think it would be very arrogant on my part to think that I know your strategy better than you do. I think that would be like the epitome of arrogance. Come on, brother. You gotta pull back here just a little bit more. Now I'm shorting. 340. Huh? You're in short 340. That doesn't make any sense. You mean you're going long at 340? Because your stop is, yeah, Kong, you got a typo there, brother. Again, looking for a pullback down to this lower trend line. It's getting somewhat close. You could always sign up for Take Profit Trader, Brandon. Because Take Profit Trader is not down. Short now, stop 340. Man, that's a... Wait, what? There's no way you're short now. Stop. So you already stopped out? Kong. I'm not... Nobody has any idea what you're talking about. I guess, technically speaking, you got short with like a 2-point stop and now you're stopped out, but I think there's a typo somewhere in there. The black background always looks like you were trading from your car. I am. I trade from the van down by the river on 56K dial-up internet. It's true. Still in my short, added at 345. We'll hold through the move. And where's your stop at again, Lauren? I don't remember. I know you gave a trade plan earlier. Where's your stop at? This all looks so foreign to me. And learning to do it seems... Well, what do you do right now, Russ Irish? What are you trading right now? Yo, hey, before you go, Lauren, where's your stop loss at? Where's your stop loss? Stop is at 380. All right. All righty. All righty. 2 men. Yeah, okay, yeah. So your position size isn't anything bonkers. Gotcha. I don't know. I'm thinking about a long right here. Put a stop like below that low. It's kind of one of these another breakout or get outs, but I think I might be rushing it on that one. Because what has my plan been? What have I talked about? Wait for it to come down here. But now I'm starting to lose patience because now I'm like, all right, well, let's just buy right here. I'm not saying that's terrible, but it is demonstrating a little bit of a lack of patience when I'm starting to rationalize a new trade plan. No problem, Kong. I know you're not a troll. I know you've been here before. Had you not been here before, I'd be like, this dude trolling? What is going on? But it makes sense. You know what, Lauren? Whatever, that's fine. You've mapped out. You have given numbers. That's all I ask for. So we'll see if it works out or not. $25 would be a good long entry, at least 30. Okay, well, if 25 is a good long entry, where would you put your stop at? So right now, I'm glad. Think about it. Think about what I almost did. You heard me talk about maybe I should just get long here, put my stop right below there, breakout or get out. And I would have been stopped out. Boom. Just like that. That's a problem. You try to rationalize yourself into trades that aren't really there. So that was bad on my part, but not to be too, I guess, to pat myself on the back a little bit. At least I recognized it and I called myself out on it. And surprise, surprise, that would have been a losing trade. So always be careful. If you have a general idea and then you find yourself starting to... Now, I'm not saying in some situations it can make sense, and that's why trading's hard. But in this situation, yeah, it didn't really make a whole lot of sense, and right there I would have been stopped out. So bad on me for rationalizing, but good on me for realizing I was rationalizing and not acting on it. Hopefully that makes sense. Thank you. Oh my, I'm going to lose my mind. This is the one downside of... So just a little bit of context. We are building a home on acreage that I bought. But we're currently in a house that we bought temporarily. And this house has paper thin walls. And my kids have a concert in December. So they're singing some Christmas song in Latin. And they've been they have like some sort of test today at this, because we do homeschooling, but it's like a co-op, and this co-op, they have a quiz that's like I don't know what's going on. All I know is that I keep hearing this Christmas song on October 20th in Latin over and over and over again. How I'm profitable with a Latin song, a Latin Christmas song in October over and over, I have no idea. I have no idea. I'm about to lose my mind. I think choir practice starts at like 2 p.m. Central. So just a little bit further, a little bit longer, folks. Oh, it just started over. All right, give me a second. Okay, a little bit fainter. I closed the door to the room. That helped a little bit. So on the benefit side of things, we have learned that I don't know if we have any builders here. I'm not sure, but like we would definitely want to get insulation in inner walls too to help with the sound, because this house has, like, my wife and I can have conversations like this is our bedroom back there. I realize you don't see anything, but like I can sit here and talk at this level, and I'm talking like normal, and she can hear me perfectly fine, perfectly fine. So yes, on the build, we're gonna pay extra to get some insulation in those walls. Which I don't know if maybe that's normal practice. I have no idea, but they definitely did not do it on this house. Just we're in this house, and then I don't know. I got to figure out what I want to do with it. Like, do I just sell it? Do I turn it into an Airbnb? I don't know. A rental? I don't know if I want a rental. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. Foam pads on ceiling works great, and area rug. Yeah. This room is all. It's just, yeah, the walls are brutal. Well, I guess it never did pull back to the entry that I wanted. I'm recently retired, and I'm not. Yeah, Russ. Well, I don't know. Maybe this will help you out. Kind of given you're new, I am offering this free class this Thursday. So if you're a new trader or struggling trader, you can consider signing up for this class. If you're a battle-hardened veteran with a rock-solid strategy, I don't know if you're going to get anything from that. But if you're a newer trader struggling, I'm quite confident I can give you some things to think about. Because sometimes people, they're just, a lot of stuff hides in plain sight. And like as soon as you hear it, it's like, well, duh. But it's like, yeah, but you weren't doing that. So yeah, maybe that's been some of your issue. So anyways, Russ, maybe sign up for that class. It'll be this Thursday. Because I know right now you mentioned earlier, you seem very overwhelmed. And like, well, yeah, when you just show up, of course you're overwhelmed. That's with anything in life. If it's an older home, they put insulation behind outside. No, it's not like, I don't know how you define older. Oh, this was probably built in, well, I don't know, the 90s. But there's also houses here in the town we live in, Iowa, like homes that were built like 100 years ago. So like it's not that old. Hey, as a reminder, hit that like button if you're enjoying. Maybe, just maybe, we got a chance at a new record of 350 likes. So if you're enjoying in any way, shape, or form, and you have not hit that like button, make sure to do that. Do you up your contracts when you trade gold? No. If anything, I lower them because I still consider myself a newbie with gold trading. Oh, gold with another nice bounce. All right, maybe a trade here. So are we going to put in a lower high here or this thing roll back over? Maybe. So on that note, yeah, I'm going to go, let's try a short here. I'll sell, stop up above here. And like I said, looking to see if it wants to get rejected off the 50 period moving average. Put in a lower high and come back down. Now, if this pops up too much, I'm going to have to cancel my order out of there. Oh, they just opened the door. When I start singing Christmas songs in tomorrow's live stream in Latin, you're all going to, like, how did this guy all of a sudden learn how to, oops. How did this, hey, there we go. How did this guy all of a sudden learn how to speak Latin? You'll now know. You'll now know. All right. Ooh. Is this all? Are we back at all-time highs? I've kind of lost track of that. Does anybody know? Is this all-time highs? Is Webull still down? Not quite. Very close though. Wow, what a recovery. It's wild. So on my website, we started in 2013. I do offer a lifetime membership, and over the years we've changed systems and stuff. So there is a situation where if you like join the mentorship program like years ago, like when you try to log back in, like it's not going to work. So we're like, all right, well they'll just reach out. Hey, I'm having issues, and we'll get them figured out. But man, today we have this person that's like, I can't get in. And it's and they keep blowing, like, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll get, like, can you please help? I can't get in. It's like, dude, you've been gone for like 5 years. Like, you haven't been around for 5 years. Can you just give me, like, until I'm done with the live stream? Then I'll get you squared away. It's like, it's like the world of customer service. Gone for years, of, like, literally multiple years. And now it's like, hey, come on. I'm going to blow up your inbox. I got it. Chill out, brother. Clay, how's your friend who worked behind or at Orioles ballpark? Nate is doing well. I got to give him a text or call or something. Been a while since I've talked with him, but yeah, he's doing well. Don't tell him I said he's my friend, though. He doesn't need to know that. Don't tell him I wish him well either. Like, don't tell him. Just, if he was around, he's a dirty, filthy scoundrel. So, shh, don't let him know I said that, Greg. All right, is this a short? Maybe. This is not the, one candle doesn't make or break a chart, but this one right here has me thinking that maybe I need to cook up something. By the way, if anybody's ever wondered, like, I don't know, have I ever been in the presence of one of the bigger scumbags in the world? You are now with Jimbo. Like, I can assure you, as somebody that I know in real life, he is definitely one of those people. Bro, check noise. It's been going, I have no idea what noise. What is noise? That's good stuff, Greg. This would have me, I'd be scared to go long up around here. So right now I am thinking short, but again, want a little bit of confirmation. But if we start to see some more upper shadows around here, I'm going to be thinking short. After Hurricane Sandy, we had the guys come in and spray foam insulation. Yeah, I don't know. I keep, like, we got spray foam in our barn, like in the meat processing part of the barn. Like, we had that spray foamed, and then we have a walk-in cooler, too. That's spray foamed. But then, I don't know, you read stuff like, that spray foam is a new asbestos, whatever that stuff is called. It's like, it's still too new. We don't know the ramifications of, like, the chemical. So it's like, I don't know. Is that true? Like, in 20 years from now, or me and my kids all going to have lung cancer or something? It does work. Like it was, I'm pretty impressed by it in our barn. But then you see stuff like, again, it is the internet, so I'm well aware that maybe I'm just reading like, but I understand the overall logic. Like the logic being, this is a newer technology. We have no track record of this newer technology. Are there health hazards that will be revealed 20 to 30 years from now? Like at one point, like stuff with asbestos, whatever that stuff's called. Like at some point, they literally thought that was a good idea. And now it's like, yeah, if you use asbestos, call so-and-so to join our group lawsuit. Not a fan of spray foam, rock wool. Yeah, I've been doing some research into that rock wool stuff. Like I said, we did the spray foam, and I'm impressed. Like it's doing its work for sure. And I figure, well, in that area, like we're not going to be living in that spot. We'll be in there when we process meat, and if we got to store some stuff. No, so you get paid by someone liking, commenting, and reposting. No, I don't get paid. I get paid if you use code Clay. I don't know how you went from me saying to check out Noise to now that seems like a very big jump. I don't know what Noise is. What is Noise? Is that a stock? Oh, I see. You're telling me what Noise is. Oh, gotcha. The best way to soundproof is to double frame and weave wool between the studs. Okay, yeah, that'd be cool. You have a good day. I think I'm done for the day. PA for 50 points. Good job, Spectral. Well, hopefully we'll see you back again. Okay, maybe a potential short. I want to see how this reacts around this high. Last time it got up around this area, which you can see right here, it did, the price started to get pushed back down. So let's see if maybe there's another signal that those sellers are still hanging around in this area. Suppose I could just kind of blindly short and just think, I think the history will repeat itself, but I'd rather wait for confirmation. All right, sounds good, Spectral. I was going to say, I didn't recognize the name. I thought you maybe were new, and you are, so yeah. Hope to see your beautiful face around here again at some point. Not as beautiful as mine, but beautiful nonetheless. Gold feels scalpy. What's gold doing right now? I mean, maybe. Okay, well that's not. If this thing all of a sudden just comes down, that hasn't really given me anything to work with. So yes, I'm bearish biased, but like I need some sort of setup, and this just going green and then immediately red. That's not really a setup that I can work with. Wish I could do day trading, but I have a business to run. Well, I mean, if you day trade futures, you don't need a whole lot of time. I mean, you got 15 minutes or 30 minutes available? Oddly looking wicks. On what? This or gold? Yeah, day trading does not need to be something where you're sitting in front of like the thought of sitting in front of my computer for like 8 hours a day. That's, yee. You're here now, right? That's true. I run a business, HP, just got to lay out setups ahead of time and follow through. All right, there we go. I like people. See, helping each other out. See, that's what I mean. Okay. Once again, broadly speaking, I was right. Bearish bias. But, I mean, in hindsight, dude, you should have just shorted it right there. Well, yeah, in hindsight, but like at that time, there was a very real threat that this thing was about to break out. But here it broke out, and then, or not it broke out, but it was looking green, looking strong, and then poof, just like that. So, again, if you saw something differently that allowed you to get short, great. But for me, that never gave me a setup I could work with. Knife catching time. Well, let's just first see if this one... All right, I can get rid of that now. Remember this when we were, or at least I was all fascinated by this level? It seems like another life. Maybe a bounce up off this 21 EMA. I don't know. Is this? Let me just draw this in. I don't know if I'm. Maybe I don't know. Maybe a poor man's rising wedge. I don't know how much confidence I have in that as actually a rising wedge, which would be a bearish pattern. But like I said, I'm not sure on that one. Okay, going to try a buy right there. See if we can indeed get a bounce up off this 21 EMA. Now if it drops down below here, I'll have to pass because that will change my risk profile too much. What's up with it stalling around? Is it me or... Like you hear about all these platform issues today, and this thing, it might just be just a function of just extra low volume, but this seems to just be like almost there's like a. I think it's just the volume, but I'm a little paranoid, so let me just. I don't know. Is it just me? Oh, is Coinbase having issues too? What is your time frame? This is the 2 minute, but I'm using other time frames too off screen. But yeah, we're watching things on the 2 minute. I don't know. I can't tell. I'll go with 3 here. You're looking for a bounce up off this area here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm either way, waiting for confirmation has kept me out of these trades anyways, but I can't tell if this is just low volume or... Yeah, Coinbase, Webull, Robinhood, a lot of AWS related servers that have been covered. Gotcha. I think that's the first time Coinbase has been mentioned. Okay, options work for me because I'm a momentum trader. In and out, don't mind theta. No, they don't work though. I'm not, okay, they do work. I'm just saying, why not be a momentum trader with no theta at all? Like you're literally just, you're requiring yourself to have to get an extra pinpoint entry. Like, again, the claim CDP is not that it doesn't work. That's not the claim. The claim is you're making your life more difficult than it needs to be. So I assure you, you do mind theta. You mind it in the sense of you know that you've got to get a pinpoint entry. Like there is zero flexibility on your entry. It better be really, really good. So you do mind theta, I assure you. But regardless, that's the claim of it works for me. That's not, I'm not saying it does not work for other people. The claim is you can be making your life a little bit more easy. So you are trading something that does not move as good anyways, and you have to deal with theta. When you could be trading something that moves better than options and does not have theta. But again, the mere fact you start off that options work for me, well, that's not my claim. Yes, day trading options can work for you. Day trading stocks can work for you. Day trading crypto can work for you. Day trading Forex can work for you. But the claim is it's not as efficient as what it could be. Thank you. Crazy to see how much. Yeah, AWS, exactly. Yep. They you don't really realize how much influence these things have until they stop working. They're like, oh, wow. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yes. One of the crazier claims we've had. Not to mention, on top of all that anyway, CDP, you're risking your own capital anyhow. Why? Why would you want to risk your own capital if you don't need to? Just showed up. What are you saying works best? Around here, we talk about, and I make the argument of Pam's plant. Mathematically provable. This is an undefeated argument. Nobody has been able to refute it because it's all based in math. The best way to go out day trading, the most efficient, the most risk controlled, is to day trade futures for these reasons, through a prop firm for those reasons. And the big thing here is the added risk control. How so? Well, you protect your own money. How so? Well, because very little of your money is actually required. Because when you go and you buy an account, that's what you're doing. You're buying an account. So if you just do the 50K, your literal risk is 102. Because that's all. If you break the rule being you lose 2,000, you don't lose 2,000 like you would if you were using your own money. You just lose the account. And if all you paid for the account was 102, then that means that's all you lose. So, I mean, and everybody has bad days. Everybody has days where you go on tilt and you kind of lose your mind. And I'm just saying that, you know what? When those days happen, I'd rather have my risk capped at just the cost of the account rather than potentially thousands of dollars. How much money do you put in? Well, you just put in whatever the cost of the account is. So if you want 50K in buying power, that costs you 102. If you want 150K in buying power, that costs you 216. And this per month is only during the test phase. After you pass the test and move to the pro account, that monthly fee goes away. Again, I am still interested in a long, especially now, because check it out. Now down at this lower trend line, which I've been talking about quite a bit, we also have the 50-period moving average. So you kind of got potentially a double whammy of support down around that area. So if it can move its way down there, I'd be interested in a potential long. Like I said, step one is the price has still got to get down to that area. But we might be getting a chance. Now, I'm not going to just blindly buy. I want to wait for confirmation, see if it wants to be strong. No. I have zero. No. If I wanted to run a hedge fund or something, I would have started that many, many years ago. But even just running a website, a basic website, is already, I mean, sometimes, let me put it this way. I know the saying is customers are always right. I respectfully disagree with that philosophy. There are some very unrealistic, unreasonable people in this world. And I can only imagine how much more that becomes if they give you money and you're supposed to grow it and then you don't. Yeah, no thanks. But you are a genius. Well, I mean, that's where I'm going to have to push back. I am not a genius, so you have a flawed premise there. You lose weight or any health issue. What? Huh? Exactly what Anthony says. I'm not a genius. I'm a beautiful idiot. Mexico Viking. You definitely have never been here before because I would recognize that name. That's a cool name. Mexico Viking. Now that's interesting. Is concerned about, well, I mean, I have lost weight, but that was a long time ago when I lost that weight, and I'm not sure why that would be a health concern. Like, because I went from being unhealthily fat to now just like a normal weight. Best guess on when government opening? Never, hopefully. That'd be my hopefully never. Because look at this. Isn't it amazing? The world has not burned. The government's been closed for 3 weeks. And like, hey, here we are. They sailed south for the winter and never returned. Yeah, probably. The customer is always right until they're wrong. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, people not getting paid sounds amazing. Yeah, exactly. I saw you after 8, 9 months. That's why I ask about weight. Well, yeah, I mean, if you go through the history of my YouTube channel, you will see a progression. If you go back to like when I first started, I was a little bit more rounder. I call it my wrecking ball days. I was a little bit rounder. So yes, I have lost weight since then, but like I started the YouTube channel in 2013. So it's been like a long time since I've lost the weight and kept it off. So, but no, I lost the weight intentionally, not because I had a health issue or anything like that. Try dealing with all first responders for clients. Yeah, I can only imagine. You have not watched what is happening in Minnesota. Stick to setup that works for you and don't rethink your life choice just because 1 or 2 trades didn't work out. Finger in what part of? Yeah, Figgy, you seem to be barking up the right tree there. How much confirmation are we waiting for? I mean, I don't know. That'd be the only question. I don't know who we is. You got a mouse in your pocket or what? Who's we? You're following your own strategy, right, a la Swad? So you tell me how much confirmation you're waiting for. I don't know your strategy, brother. You would know your strategy better than I would. Why 2 minute, 5 minute, 50 minute? Well, because you're assuming that this is the only thing I'm using. You know what they say about assuming. Yes, we are watching on the 2 minute. Over here, I have other time frames. I don't think I've gotten any of my pullback points today. I've had multiple pullback points as I try to be disciplined, let the price come to me, and then I have not gotten any of them. I always wait for a donkey to fly by my window, then I trade. That is a good strategy. For me, it's a gorilla, though. I wait for the gorilla. Or I wait for the Kool-Aid man to bust through my wall. I don't know if the younger folks will get that reference or not, but it is what it is. Well, now we're just basically V-shaping back up. Is that what's going on here? Well, I mean, yeah, I'm not. Thank you. I'm not trying to be entertained with my trading. Like I'm not a smart man, but I am smart enough to know that if I was here to be entertained with my trading, I'd be loading up at like 15 NQs. But yeah, sometimes, and that is actually a big compliment. Like my trading should not be very entertaining. If trading is entertaining, then there's a high likelihood that it's just like me being a degenerate and doing crazy stuff, oversizing, blah, blah, blah. So like the mere fact that my trading is not that entertaining, I'll take it as good. I'm doing it right. I mean, that's really good. If your trading is entertaining, odds are you're probably like YOLOing, oversizing, stuff like that. Yeah, exactly, Orville. What are you looking for, Trip? What are you looking for? You need to get what? Okay, yeah, hurry up, buddy. I'm past my blueberry fun to future with my trading. Okay, I can't tell. Is that a bot or what is he saying? Is that like spam? Are you real? I can't tell what Pranu is saying. Yes, you're real. I mean, well, if you pass your account, please give me some suggestions to future with my trading. Well, I don't know. Just keep doing the same strategy where you pass your account. Let's not overthink things. Yes, day trading is very much so about patience. Like the vast majority of the time with day trading, you should be using this order right here. This is the most important order out there. The SOH order. Sit on hands. If the majority of time you're not using that order, meaning like you're constantly in trades and constantly... I mean, as far as I've seen, I can't say with for sure, to be fair to you. Maybe it's a completely different strategy that I'm not aware of. But what I've seen is odds are you're probably over trading and you're getting chopped to pieces. You're on tilt or something like that. All right, maybe a short up around here. Want to see how it behaves? We'll see, though. Yeah, neither do I, John. That's why I'm wondering, is this some, like, I don't know. Is this like an advertisement or something? I'm a little skeptical. So I'm going to keep I'm watching like a hawk. Green line is the 21 EMA. Yeah. This is a little, I don't know. So higher high, or yeah, not a higher high, but rather this, we have the high, and then another higher high, and then another higher high. So if this fails to go higher, is this the short? That's what I'm thinking about right now. If this fails to go higher, is that the leading indicator that, yeah, the bulls just don't quite have it anymore? We touching 674. 670. That's either a typo or you're looking at something different. Me still long. Really, Toaster? Well, I guess I don't know. Long from where? From what point? I suppose that's not crazy sounding, but I don't know when you got long. Will group trading allow any ATM strategy? I don't think so. I don't think you can do the ATM orders with copy trading. Oh, you're on ES Toaster. Gotcha. Again, bearish biased, but it's just not giving me any setups to work with. Doggone it. The market is trying to tilt me right now. It's trying. This is actually not. No, this is GC. That's from gold. That's from MGC. And then this is from MNQ. Yeah, I know. Yeah, money. I know. Just be careful, money. Be careful. So I think every live stream I think has some sort of like learning theme built into it. The learning theme today seems to be the whole idea of just broad statements. You've heard me say from a broad statement standpoint, yeah, I'm a little bit more bearish. I'm looking for a short. But I said that here. However, I didn't make it. So you made a ton of money? Well, no, because broad statement wise, I was right. But it never really gave me a setup to work with. And I've had that happen many times now, where my broad statement is right, but because trading is more than broad statements, because you have to get the finer tuned details right too, sometimes you can be right and you lose money. A random text for electrical fire extinguisher. Hi Clay, can you comment on using order flow strategy? I do not use any. I don't do anything with order flow. I know some people do, and if it works for them, fantastic. But yeah, I do not use order flow. I guess I don't even know what order flow means. So I just said that maybe I do it, and I just call it something differently. So I guess, what do you mean by order flow? Like, what's an order flow strategy? Again, to be fair, I suppose I potentially, in theory, do it, and I just call it something different. Ooh, that was kind of the fake out to the downside. Again, I'm still bearish biased here. So what I would like to see is for this candle to close somewhere right around here. And then the next candle, not to pull back and then go up, no, to keep going up. And then I could look for a short to capture it on the way back down. And then I can just put my stop up overhead. That's what I'd ideally like to see. Hey, CDP, you never interacted. Out of genuine curiosity, why are you choosing to make your life harder than it needs to be? And why are you risking your own capital, CDP? Again, I understand. Well, it works for me. I understand that. My claim is you could have something that works even better for you. Hey, Steel in Tennessee. Hey, how's it going? I am $500 away from panic, but I can't seem to break. Well, yeah, just keep trading. Don't force anything. Don't force anything. Oh, tape reading? No, I don't do the tape reading thing. Again, that's not to say that it doesn't work. I'm just saying I don't do that. Momentum is just building up. I would like 6,800 ES after hours and pre-market highs or... Okay, Rack. Yeah, you sound like a sway trader. Like those targets you're throwing out there imply that you might need to hold for like hours on end. That doesn't mean you're wrong. I am not a sway trader. That's the one unique thing about futures. Given it's open 23 hours a day, I mean, you could literally hold something for hours upon hours upon hours and still technically be a day trader because your trade is in and out in the same session. But like, futures are good for limited risk. Well, that's what a prop firm is, though. A prop firm is limited risk. So how much do you usually put in an option? Let me ask that. Because prop firms are quite literally limited risk also. Because the risk is the cost of the account. Can you look on gold? Oh, sorry, that's ES. Yeah, gold is doing nothing. Gold is, I mean... Now, if you're a range trader, don't get me wrong, you're probably making lots of money with gold. A $50 option could easily pay 2 to 5x. Yeah, and that you're literally proving my point. Like a Pam's plan, a prop firm account could pay so much more than that. So much more than that. Like futures like present scam-like results where you could have thousands of percents of ROI. Why do whatever this is versus buying low, selling high? Well, I mean, Taco, that is what we're all trying to do. Unfortunately, it's not that hard. It's not that easy. Like buy low, sell high. I understand that is the goal. That is the goal, to buy low, sell high. And I understand it can seem that way, but if you've ever traded like with skin in the game, it's just not that easy, unfortunately. I wish it were that easy, though. Gotcha, Ray. Gotcha. So really quickly, Stagger, a $50 option. Zero. Oh my goodness. Straddle is probably the easiest. Yes, exactly. The straddles, all that sort of stuff, they're great. So here's the thing with options. You can, to be fair, structure really, really high win rate strategies. But when those strategies go wrong, they go really, really wrong. And whenever you hear somebody be like, using the word easiest, run the other way. But Stagger's like a $50 option could pay like basically multiple hundreds of percents. Yes, and you need a massive, massive move for that to happen. Not to mention, again, at the end of the day, that's just playing the lottery. You're playing the lottery. Well, yeah, Clay, it's $50. That's fine. You're not trading though. You're gambling at that point. Again, the mere fact that you think that hundreds of percents every day is like impressive, just stop. Just stop. Just stop. You're literally arguing against yourself. You just don't realize it. There's a reason why that since I've started the live stream, I'm at a 100% win rate within a certain category. This category being people that day trade options and then move to giving futures a try with a prop firm. I'm at 100% win rate. I've had multiple people come back and say, hey, Clay, thank you. I've never heard of Pam's plan. I've never heard of day trading futures through a prop firm. But man, I've tried it. Thank you. It is so much better than day trading options. Because day trading options, you have to worry about theta and all that other stuff. I trade both. Well, again, that doesn't prove anything. All that proves is you're choosing to you're using to use some of your time in inefficient ways. That's all that proves. Like I drink water and I drink gasoline. It's like, okay, well, I mean, cool. I'm not sure why you're even doing gasoline when you could just be drinking water the whole time. But again, from your comments, you're not even in the category I'm talking about. I'm not talking about doing all these complicated things as straddles and strangles and butterflies and donkeys and bald-faced gorillas. I'm not talking about those strategies, which are complex, which require more money and are super, super risky when they don't work. I'm not talking about that. So you're arguing from an outlier position. Clay, do you only trade NQ? No, I've gotten into gold, so I trade gold and I guess, now when I say NQ, I mean MNQ and NQ, but yeah, I've been doing some gold stuff too. Longest short ever. Yeah, I don't know how you're doing it. That's crazy. If you're using your own money, then in that sense, options could be safer. Agreed. Yes. But is that the best sense? Would be the question. It is not the best sense. It does not make sense to do that. But yes, in that sense, which is not the best, it is safer. But that's why the claim is not Pam's. Pam's would just be go day trade futures. That's not the claim. It's Pam's plant. So yes, if my claim was just Pam's, you are right. But that's not the claim. The claim is Pam's plant. Day trade futures through a prop firm. All right, I am interested in a long here. If it comes down here and maybe starts to head back up. Like I said, I want to see it get closer to that purple line. I want to see how it behaves and then maybe try a long. Gold has been insane for the last two. Yeah, gold has been a wild ride. Gold is the best. I would not go that far. I think gold's worth at least checking out. Is it the best? Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm on that boat. It won't hit your target, Clay. What are you talking about, Neil? Neil, stop acting like you have some sort of holy grail crystal ball. Neil, we know you're kind of like a Dr. Jekyll and Hyde. Sometimes you go into just this massive arrogant like mode where you're like, it's not going to hit your target. Boy, you don't know that. But other times you're the sweetest guy I've met. You're so humble. You're so helpful. So I'm trying to think. Dr. Jekyll and Hyde. Was Hyde the good one or Jekyll? Yeah, Jekyll was the bad guy, right? Yeah. I can see your Jekyll, Neil. Your Jekyll's coming out. Do you only look at this time frame? No. When I look that way, I have another monitor with other time frames. So I do use other time frames. It's your New Yorker. When did I get into trading? A long time ago. I got in the markets in 2006, but I didn't start off as a trader. Because of the pattern day trader rule, I couldn't trade, so I had to become like an investor. So I was like an investor in penny stocks, and that went marvelously bad. So when did I actually get into trading? I don't know. 2008-ish, 9-ish? I'm not sure. Nice bounce here. If it wants to come back down, maybe. Maybe look for a long. What's my target? The moon. Oh yeah, hit that like button if you haven't. We're 7 away from 250. Maybe we can make a nice run up over 250, but yeah, good overall day for likes. Still in the game. Very good. Only down $50 today. Crazy how. Good job, Grant. Sounds like you're getting some good practice managing risk. That's a good thing. Was this morning lagging for you? No, I don't think so. If it was, I did not notice it. Yeah, today is the first day in a while I've had 0 issues as far as I'm aware with Tradovate. Tradovate, I'm not sure I don't know, but I know Tradovate, NinjaTrader, TradingView over the past couple weeks, I don't know about a couple weeks, but let's call it basically past week has had some issues, but as far as I'm aware, I have not had any issues with Tradovate today. If we have other Tradovate users here, I don't know. None for Ed? Yeah, let me know. Have you had any issues? Yes, we are, yes, AWS has definitely been brought up once or twice today. Just once or twice. But yes, I don't know, is AWS still having issues or they got it figured out yet? AWS down, let's see. Is it still down? 9 hours ago, 8 minutes. So servers are recovering. All right, but reports are probably in the cloud. Oh, continue. All right, so it looks like they're improving, but maybe there's still... One expert said financial impacts of today's disruption could total hundreds of billions of dollars. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that doesn't seem hard to me, for me to imagine. I mean, to see how much AWS influences things. Things are getting a bit better. It's not going to be 100% the rest of the week. Well, how do you know that? How do you know that's for sure? I'm not saying you're wrong, Ryan, but for sure is a strong statement. How do you know that that AWS is not going to get? I don't know. I guess I'm not sure what you're defining things as. It's not going to be 100% the rest of the week. That's for sure. Okay, well, how do you know that's for sure? Okay, not saying you're wrong, but migrations take a while. So that's the issue. There's a migration issue. Yes, yeah. I mean, bless your hearts. But the amount of people that show up and are telling, yes, we are well aware. We are well aware of all the issues. I mean, this live stream is at 3 hours and 40 minutes. I love all of you that are letting us know about these AWS issues. I love you all. But I can assure you that 3 hours and 40 minutes in, you're not quite the first person that's let us know. But I do appreciate you letting us know. It is very kind of you to let us know. Very kind. Stopped out even and back in same price. Roger that, Toaster. Hey, Clay, did you hear about the AWS issues? I have not heard. What? No, I haven't. No, Jose, I have not heard that at all. I haven't. I did not know that there was issues with AWS going on. This is news to me, folks. Nothing, MN or MD Prego. I think everything's fine. You're the first to break it, Naded. Hot off the press. No. I'm glad all of you are sweethearts and let me know. You guys are all the first to report it. You didn't know that, Julio? Neither did I. Yeah. Me and Julio. Are we long on the day? Are we still long on that? I don't know. Are you, Showman? Chinese hackers hit AWS. I heard it was Mongolian hackers. No, I'm not sure that's true, E-Crow. I don't know if it's down or not. I don't know what I don't know. It was my largest trade and loss happened in the same day. It was on LinkedIn IPO. But I don't ever. What's crazy, what shows how old I am is not only is LinkedIn still, I mean, they're still around, but like, that was a long time ago, is what I'm saying. If anybody wants to research it, when did LinkedIn IPO? Again, they're still a company, but Microsoft bought them. So LNKD, that ticker symbol is, I don't know if it's gone, but if it's still around, it's not attached to LinkedIn. I don't know. I had both my biggest, if it is possible to look at the LinkedIn chart, you'll see how it was possible for me to have my biggest win ever and my biggest loss ever in the same day. LinkedIn IPO day was nuts. How is Amazon still up? Well, I mean, I don't know, but I imagine, this is just a guess, that they probably prioritize themselves before everybody else. Gold's going straight up now. Gold is just another level today. Wild. Crazy. Do I try a short there, stop up over there? Just That seems to be stepping in front of a runaway train. So it's interesting, maybe just coincidence, but I hopped over to gold and viewers drop by like 20. So it's almost like the vast majority of people don't care about gold because as soon as I moved over to gold, like I said, viewers just drop. But I don't know that. I don't have enough data to know if that's me just imagining things or if that's actually true. Do you think this NQ continues to go up from here? I have no idea. I have no idea where it goes from here. I'm again, some of you ask these questions, and I'm not saying you're wrong, but it tells me that we're probably different traders. Like like where's it going to be? Where do you think it's going to close? I don't know. I'm a day trader. I'm just trying to figure out where this thing's going to be in the next 5 minutes, let alone the next 50 minutes or 5 hours from now. Once again, I'm not saying you're wrong to wonder where's this going to close? Where is this going to be at in the next couple hours? But that's just not what I'm focused on. I put zero. I have no idea because I don't care. Like that's not my strategy at all. My charts are finally working. All right. That one article we looked at said that it sounds like they're making progress. It just chops around for now. Do you have any long-term investments in the S&P or NQ? No, I have. I have a portfolio of stocks and ETFs and CEFs and stuff like that. So yeah, I do long-term investing. But that is definitely not what we're. And those are the things where that's like the other end of the spectrum. Like this is one end of the spectrum. I'm like trying to figure out where this thing might be in the next 5 minutes. I mean, I'm using a 2-minute time frame. But on the other end of the spectrum, I'm like, yeah, I'll check on those things 30 years from now. Just pay me my dividend. So yes, in my personal financial journey, on the investment side, I'm all about cash flow. Maybe you're at a stage where you're trying to grow capital. I'm satisfied in that regard. Don't get me wrong, I'm still trying to grow capital, but like I'm more so focused on cash flow. I want that passive income. I want to be able to wake up in the morning and be like, I don't feel like doing anything, but to know that all my bills are still getting paid and all that because I have enough cash flow. That is where I'm at. But we are all at different journeys, so I'm not saying like that is like where you need to be. I'm just saying that's where I'm at in my journey. That's my goal. I want that cash flow, so give me those dividends. So am I throwing my money in like super speculative stocks? No. So am I ever going to crush it, like make 500% in a week? No. But yeah, I just want the cash flow. That's what I'm after at this point in my life. Anyone watching BYND? Again, BYND, if you are day trading BYND, you are wasting your time. You're taking on more risk than you need to. You're working very inefficiently. Day trading penny stocks like BYND is inefficient. Mathematically provable, inefficient. What happens if the firm only pays 100 and then you make... I have no idea what you just asked, Grant. What happens if a firm only pays 100 and then you make 100 with... What? Yeah, I think you got a typo or something. Yeah, Kyle, have you ever heard of futures? So the very first problem in the category of day trading with stocks is the pattern day trading rule. So right there in and of itself, there's no pattern day trading rule in futures. So that, I think, is a very persuasive and a very good reason of why you should abandon day trading stocks and options. No pattern day trading rule. But, I mean, it gets better than that when you consider futures move better anyways. And then when you do it through a prop firm, you have very limited risk. Being able to eat and live indoors is always my goal for a trade. Being able to eat and live indoor. Being able to eat and live indoors. Like, so like you don't like to go outside, John? Or am I not understanding what you're saying? If this max form payout or Grant, I don't know what you're talking about, but Grant, right now, I would just say focus on passing your first account. That's what I'd say right now, Grant. One bridge at a time, folks. I do appreciate people that want to plan stuff out and want to have, and there's value there, but like with the prop firms, it's like, how about we cross one bridge at a time? Let's first just get your first account passed, and then we can start to worry about the next bridges. Yeah, Kyle, I would really encourage you to look, assuming you're a day trader, I would encourage you to look into futures and then day trade futures through a prop firm. That is by far the better way to go about than looking at all these stocks and stuff. And then when it comes to the whole prop firm thing, so I guess really the best way to look at it is this. If you are first off a beginner to prop firm trading, go with Take Profit Trader. I argue they're the king of the mountain. Well, why? Well, from the beginner's perspective, very, very clean set of rules. The other prop firms that are listed here, they're not bad. They just have more rules. So for the beginner, I don't want you to get overwhelmed. So that is why Take Profit Trader, definitely start with them. Very, very clean set of rules. Now for the experienced trader, if you have not yet used Take Profit Trader, they're definitely worth a try. I promise you'll love them. And the reason why I can make that promise is I've yet to meet a single prop firm trader, or excuse me, experienced prop firm trader that gets to the pro account and then starts to complain about daily payouts that are fast. I've yet to meet one complain about daily payouts that happen very quickly. Most like, man, the daily payout thing, and sometimes it almost seems too good to be true. I've yet to see that happen. So now on the flip side of things though, if you are a beginner, then yes, eventually you will turn yourself into an experienced prop firm trader. At that point, if you want to expand your empire and get more accounts and so on, so forth, well, yeah, you have a lot of different choices over there that you can go with, and it won't be overwhelming because at that point you'll be an experienced, you'll know what you're looking for, you know what's important to you, and all of that. But again, if you are an experienced person and you have not yet put Take Profit Trader into your empire building mission, then I would say definitely give them a try. And then at the end of the day, I know some people, you just enjoy the live stream and you're like, hey, Clay, I'd like to support the live stream. Do you have a code with, such and such prop firm? Well, here are all the prop firms that I have a code with. So if you just want to flat out use, if you want to flat out support the live stream and use the code, then if you're with any of them, there you go. That is how you can support it. But I'm going to go ahead and call it good as we come up on 4 hours. This action is really, really, really slowed down. And we're just going to call it good. But I'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. On your way out, if you don't mind hitting that like button, that would be fantastic. And also make sure to subscribe if you're not yet a subscriber. Turn on notifications so that you're reminded of when I do go live. But yes, if you do want to help ensure that the live stream continues, then you got to use code CLAY. If you notice, there are 0 ads. I've turned YouTube ads off. And in order to make this, at the end of the day, worth my time, which it does, I have 6 kids. So if I'm going to pull 4 hours out of my schedule, there does need to be some sort of monetary component to this. If that bothers you, kind of sorry, not sorry. But yes, I have to be a responsible husband and father. I need to be able to monetize my time. Again, if I'm going to pull 4 hours out of my schedule, it can't just be for some hobby that doesn't really yield anything else. So like I said, I can't be more transparent or blunt than that. That rubs you the wrong way, then it is what it is. But yes, if you want to support the live stream, code CLAY is the way to do that. So, but I'm going to go ahead and call it good. Like I said, hit that like button on your way out. And I'll see everybody back tomorrow. So thank you for being here. As always, great live stream, good crowd. And not even a single troll. I guess that was yeah, not even a single troll. Lots of viewers, no trolls. I like that. I like that. But take care, everybody. Have a good one. And I'll see you back tomorrow at 11 a.m. 11 a.m. Eastern.